Yeah, yo, it's Attack on Titan recently. Oh man, I love Attack on Titan.
Dude, I can't wait for this movie. It's so...
Wow, are you serious? You're watching anime? Why don't you guys stop watching some baby kids cartoons and watch a real movie? Come on, guys. Watching kids movies. Freaking losers.
But wait, today's video was sponsored by Crunchyroll. That's right, baby! If you sign up at crunchyroll.com/Maaz or click on the link in the description below, you'll get a limited time 2-week free trial of Crunchyroll.
Whoa, Maaz, whoa. Calm down. Why are you so hyped? It's only Crunchyroll.
It's just Crunchyroll? Turtle, you dumb amphibian Okay, sit down, Turtle, and let me tell you a little story about my journey with anime. It all began aeons ago, in the sacred year of 14. The year that I was living at high school as a senior, aka the absolute kings of children. Okay, so one day I rock up to school completely gonked out. Like, I showed up disheveled, clothes not ironed properly, hair's a mess, sunken eyes, and I was probably drooling. And I heard the chatter of the other students, of the normies. Maybe he was studying all night. Is Maaz homeless?
Wait, maybe this could be a new challenge we haven't heard about. Hashtag hobo challenge.
Little did they know.
That I had binged anime the entire night.
I walked up to a fellow big-eyed cartoon enthusiast, and discussed with him the findings of my extensive research. Oh my god, dude, did you see that last set?
Dude, when they managed to work together, like, oh my god.
Weebs.
And from the corner of my eye, I see them, the normies. Somehow, every time we were talking about anime, they managed to butt in and add their unwanted opinion. It usually went along the lines of,
why watch anime? It's for kids.
Or,
I've seen some anime. It looks so weird.
So much disgust for something they couldn't even understand. And look, I can't blame them. They just weren't as sophisticated as I was. Okay, to be honest, it was actually kind of annoying when they kept bagging on anime. Like, bro, you haven't even watched it. How would you even know if it was weird or kid-friendly? Nina, please. I try to convince them that anime is not actually as niche as it seems. We aren't stupid. There's a reason that hundreds of thousands of people enjoy anime. I wanted to convince people to give anime a real shot. And that's the entire reason I made an anime channel. And
wait, what? You have an anime channel? Wow, that's so cringe.
Turtle, you are the reason why turtles should go extinct. Anyway, as I was saying, the modern cartoons just don't quite cut it out for me. Like, don't get me wrong, shows like Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, and Adventure Time are absolutely fantastic, and they excel in making the characters incredibly likable. But dang, dude, they are so slow with the pacing of their story. Especially Steven Universe. Like, my guy, it's been years and I still feel like I haven't progressed anywhere. Come on. The exception to this, or at least the first one that comes to mind anyway, is Avatar: The Last Airbender. This is the one show which had memorable characters, rich universe, and a fantastic story progression. And I know you can argue that this is Western anime, and look, if it was, I had hoped that there would be more shows like this, but unfortunately, I haven't really found any Western shows that can satisfy that itch. Not even Rick and Morty. And that's exactly why I'm into anime. I've been watching it for 20 years now, and there's nothing that can hype me up so quickly and consistently than anime. And listen, here's a free life hack for you. There's such an easy way to see if you're into anime or not, and this is what you do. First of all, you go into crunchyroll.com/Maaz, and I can't stress this enough, that's crunchyroll.com/MAAZ. 1 M, 2 A's, 1 Z. Everybody spells my name wrong, so you know what? Let's make sure you don't forget. MAAZ.
Okay, listen up. Hey, if you want that anime, gotta remember my name. Hey, don't forget it's double A, yeah. Y'all crazy. It's honestly kind of amazing. Can't spell my name cause you lazy. When you gotta let M-double-A-Z. M-A-A-Z, 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 M-A-A-Z.
Well, now that you know how to spell out my name and that you've got Crunchyroll Premium, go to the search bar and type in H-E-N... Wait a minute. And search for a show called My Hero Academia. I want you guys to watch the first 3 episodes of it, okay? It's about an hour, so it shouldn't be too long. And don't pull the excuse of you don't have time. Like, mate, you're watching a video about a guy telling you about anime, so we both know you're not spending time productively. Once you watch the first 3 episodes, come back to this video to this timestamp and answer the poll on the top right corner. Did you enjoy the first 3 episodes of My Hero Academia? Please be honest and answer only if you've watched it, okay? Don't lie. It's a sin.
Wait, I found it. What is this? aMAAZing reviews?
Oh my god. Alright, that's it. Get in the pot.
You get in the pot.
Okay, fine. TheAMaazing wasn't my first YouTube channel. My first attempt at YouTube fame was a channel called aMAAZing Reviews. Wait, hold on. Before you go and furiously start opening tabs and searching for the channel, I've already rebranded it and made it into my second channel. If you're really curious, I've added the link in the description below. I just made 3 reviews and oh my god, they are Man, they are not good. I mean, listen to this.
Baby steps. Yeah, sure, I like babies. Yeah, okay.
Did I make a liking babies joke? What the heck was I thinking? Putting that into my first video ever. The media just finished with Shane Dawson, so please don't come after me. I've changed. I now feel neutral about babies. Imagine that on a shirt. Oh man, yeah, I'm totally hiding those videos after a few weeks. I made the review channel because I wanted to share my passion for anime and infect the same love that I had to other people. Ever since starting that channel, one of my goals was to get sponsored by Crunchyroll. So, as you can imagine, when they hit me up for this channel, I can't even describe to you what I felt. Obviously, I responded to them very calmly and professionally, but then a hard cut to real life Maaz, who's just like, Crunchyroll-san. Jatta!
Mom, get the camera!
So once again, I'd like to thank Crunchyroll so much for sponsoring this video. Seriously guys, if you go over to crunchyroll.com/Maaz, M-A-A-Z, or click on the link in the description below, you'll get a limited time 2-week free trial of Crunchyroll Premium. Not only that, but you'll also have unlimited access to anime, manga, and drama titles with all the anime episodes ad-free and in 1080p. Let me tell ya, it's absolutely worth it. You'll also be supporting the anime industry as well, so it's a win-win, okay? Speaking of which, I've been kind of out of touch with the recent anime that's been pumped out. So let me know in the comments below which titles I should be looking out for or which shows I should be catching up on. And depending on how many suggestions I get or how many people agree, I'll give some of them a try. Oh, and Adam, James, you're wrong. Tokyo Ghoul is a good anime, you freaking losers. I honestly love anime so much, and I really want to see more people get introduced to it. I can't wait to weeb out with you guys. Big shout out to Huion too for the awesome Canvas GT221 Pro. With another animation pumped out by this beast, I still think this tablet is fantastic. Thank you so much, and look, guys, give anime a real shot, okay? Alright, and with that, stay aMAAZing, everybody.
Hi, my name is Maaz, and ever since I was a child, I think I've been ashamed of my brown skin. Now, I'd been wanting to talk about this for so long. Not only had I been tinkering away with this script for over a year, but then I sat on it, saying that I'd release it next month, and then next month, and then next month, and then next month, until another year had passed into 2020. So to say that it's been difficult to share this story or part of myself is a pretty huge understatement. A part of it has to do with the fact that I'm not the type to discuss serious topics on this channel, you know? I love making you guys laugh, and it's an absolute joy to do that. But I guess that's also made me afraid of expressing my own deep-rooted insecurities. So yeah, this video is going to be a little different, but it's something that I want to make for myself first. And if it helps anybody else along the way, then awesome. So strap in, put on your boots, and let's take a trip down racism memory lane. The beginning. February 10th, 1997. On this exact date, a small, mozzie chocolate boy pops into the world, ready to take it on head first. My parents then raised me in Pakistan for the first year or so, following the Islamic traditions that they were accustomed to, and after a year and a bit, headed on over straight to Japan. It was mainly to get the best quality of life for their new family, because by this time, I also had a little brother. Before I showed him some brotherly love. So after spending a few years there and having a good old time with Japanese culture, my parents then decided to go to New Zealand for more opportunities. Some of my fondest memories are of my primary school years, where I'm having fun, drawing, and goofing off as a young naive kid. So once I graduated from primary school, I headed off to intermediate, which is a fancy way of saying middle school. When I got there though, the first thing that I noticed was that the teacher was really harsh to me. And I mean only me. It was almost like a movie cliche because she ended up not picking me for any of the answers, finding any excuse to punish me and handing out detentions for the smallest reasons that she could think of. Now, at the time, whilst I knew English, I was still new to the country and I definitely had an accent. And I thought maybe it could have been that, like she didn't understand what I was saying, or maybe I did something by accident that made her view me negatively or said something I shouldn't have. Surely an adult wouldn't pick on a kid without a solid reason, right? It wasn't until much later that I learned that she had supposedly lost people during the September 11 attacks. And of course I can understand the bitter feelings and resentment that may arise from that. It's a horrific incident that traumatized so many people and definitely impacted the world. But even when knowing all that, it still didn't make life easier for the 10-year-old boy just trying to go to school. I was just sitting there trying to be the best student that I could be. I did my homework, I paid attention in class, I got excellent grades, so why was she being so mean to me? I didn't understand how an incident so far away in another country affected me, a 10-year-old child just trying to do my best. After that year, we then moved to rural, out in the middle of nowhere Australia, with very few people of color, and the brownest things out there were the kangaroos. This was such a fresh start, I'm sure things will pick up from here. Well, I definitely crossed my fingers and hoped so, but with my faith and color of my skin, I couldn't help but stand out from the crowd. I was the butt of all the jokes, and I could tell from day one that I did not belong here. But I wasn't gonna take it all lying down. I know I'm a Pakistani Muslim, and I refuse to be an outcast because of it. So I started to poke fun of myself as well. Whoa, hey, watch out guys, don't make me call my uncle. Wait, are you eating pig, bro? Guys, if you piss me off, I'll blow you up. Yikes. And it actually got so bad that a friend of mine within my squad at the time asked, "Hey dude, why are you constantly making fun of yourself? You're doing it more than us at this point." And I answered without any irony or emotional attachment, because if I do it first, nobody else can hurt me. And I remember saying that so matter-of-factly, as if it was only natural. And it's only now that I realize how problematic that was. How much self-hate that I had been harboring for my own culture, religion, and myself. It's not to say that joking about these topics is forbidden or anything, because I still do it from time to time. However, once you keep hearing all these negative points about your cultural roots, your faith, and your people over and over and over, you slowly start to believe them, to start hating yourself on an intrinsic level, wishing that you belonged somewhere. And all of that is perfectly encapsulated within a letter that I wrote myself all those years ago. Now, to provide context to middle school Maaz, this is how I looked. Now, I'm not gonna roast my younger self this time, but I think objectively, you can see that there's a lot that I could have worked on. I had pretty messed up teeth, I wore really oversized clothes, and my glasses were a little out of fashion. But back then, when I asked myself, what is the one thing you wish you could change? I looked in the mirror with all of the flaws that I had just listed and answered, my skin color. That still gets me to this day. I was in middle school, puberty, emotions, and hormones getting me confused about everything. And that's the biggest issue that I could find about myself. Something that I had absolutely no control over. And as the years kept going, I got more and more accustomed to the jokes and comments and developed my humor as a defense mechanism. So when I do get hit with the brunt of it, I can laugh it off, shrug my shoulders, and then dish it back with confidence, all without resolving anything. At least this charade was helping me in drama class, where it was all about putting on an act. And honestly, with how much media and drama I was doing, watching all these content creators, seeing how it all worked behind the scenes, it was so mesmerizing to me. And in that excitement, I walked up to my drama teacher, relayed it all to him, to which he replied, "Remember that people won't like you because you're brown." He said it in a joking manner, pointing out how few South Asian people there were in Hollywood and how they were typecast in a negative way. But I actually agreed with his point. Because even now, if he would ask me to list off as many South Asian or brown people in media, Aziz Ansari, Priyanka Chopra, Dev Patel, Kumail Nanjiani, Hassan Minhaj, and I had to rack my brain to think of them when I was writing this script. Even with cartoons, in which you can draw anything you want, who could I look up to? What, Aladdin? Apu? Baljit from Phineas and Ferb? This is what they thought of South Asian characters? Because no matter how well written they are, is that really the best that could be done to represent our culture? Really? What a yikes. And it may seem like a small thing to some of you guys, but it all comes together to reinforce a consistent message to people like me. You don't belong anywhere. You are the villain, and people hate you for who you are. And you will always, always be an outcast. And that has been an ongoing issue that has popped up again and again and again in my life. I have never felt like I belong anywhere. even now, I still struggle to identify with others. So when I would be hanging out with my Western friends, we'd be having a good old time, sharing jokes and carrying the banner and all that. But then they decide to go to a bar to crack open a cold one, and then wham! I get a harsh reminder that I'm different. And whenever I'm with my Muslim friends, I'd have a great time, but some of the cultural aspects of being Pakistani was lost, and the time that I had spent living in a Western environment had instilled a more liberal view towards things. So I felt like I didn't belong there either. And that's why I always get so excited whenever there's a prominent Muslim creator online. Because we're just such a rare breed that I almost break all social etiquette to contact them and say, "Excuse me? You are really cool."
Thanks.
Weirdo.
I know it might sound sad, but I've had to embrace the fact that I am different. I mean, I'd gone through so many schools, having experienced the same motions and insults over and over and over again that it was the only natural conclusion. It wasn't even chipping away or thickening my skin at this point, because to me, it was now commonplace. Something that I didn't really recognize as wrong for a very long time. And it got to a point where when something really awful happened, I would reflexively immediately joke about it. For example, there's a moment that happened a few years ago that I can't help but keep coming back to. I was seeing a middle-aged man as part of a routine medical checkup, and I told him that I was going to take his blood pressure. As is custom, I asked for his consent, which he said yes to, and I approached him. He then smiled, looked at me, and said, "Yeah, sure, as long as you don't blow up the clinic." And I, without skipping a beat, replied back, "Listen, mate, if you hear me speak Arabic, you'll know what's happening." That response caused him to start bellowing with laughter, all the whilst my supervising doctor sat behind me, wide-eyed, unsure of what just happened. And I stood there, smiling kindly, but also deeply uncomfortable. I think about this incident quite often, replaying it over and over in my head to see what I could have done differently. Because what he said to a medical professional who was trying to help him is definitely not okay. And I think most people would agree that it was at least racially insensitive. But this is where it starts getting gray. Would showing that I had a good sense of humor be better in the end, as he'll walk away thinking more positively about Muslims and brown people in general? Or would it simply reinforce the fact that it's okay to make those remarks? Or should I have stood my ground and pointed out that it was not okay? Because yes, he would have set the record straight, but I'm on placement, and I can't just sternly tell off patients like that in front of my supervising doctor. And if I do react negatively, would it make him think even less of Muslims as a result? I don't know. I just don't know. I've been dealt whatever cards in life, and I try my very best to make the right move. But sometimes it's so gray and muddled that I don't even know if I'm making the right decisions or sometimes even playing the right game. And this incident was recent, showing that the mindset has not changed that much from how it was in the past. Some of you guys have asked why I don't color in my character's skin, despite the fact that I color in almost everything else. Some people assume that it's to follow trends, or carry on the white-skinned animated character legacy. However, the actual reason is that I was genuinely afraid about how you guys would react to a brown creator. I mean, there's not very many of us, and in the times that we're living in at least, brown people have had very negative preconceptions attached to them. People look at us and judge in a certain way, And I just didn't want to deal with that. But I also didn't want to lie to you guys, or grow the self-hate any bigger than it already was. So, for my very first video, I made the decision not to color in anything, and chose a story that was specifically centered around the fact that I'm a brown Muslim. That way, I was revealing my race to you guys in a more subtle way. Because I genuinely am trying to be prouder of who I am as a person. I publicly try to take pride in the fact that I'm brown, I speak my native language as often as possible, and keep in touch with my spirituality the best I can. And look, most of the time, my stories are about what I've done or experienced in the past, which gives me insight into what I've learned, which I can then share with you guys as a moral. However, with this, it's something that I'm still working on, An area where I'm always trying to improve. So, at least this time, I can't be a role model or impart any high and mighty wisdom to solve your issues. But I do hope that one day, I can get there. I can't promise you that I'm gonna recolor my character or become an advocate at every waking moment because I'm still working through this. And I'll learn from my experiences to hopefully, eventually, love who I am 100%. So with all that in mind, allow me to reintroduce myself. Hi, my name is Maaz, and I'm proud to be a Pakistani Australian Muslim. Alright, so that was a very nerve-wracking video to make. Thanks for making it this far, I appreciate it, and I hope that at least one of you guys found it useful in some way. If you've made it this far, then make sure to comment a brown heart, because that way I'll know that you've watched the entire video. Alright, laters, and stay amazing. Hi, my name is Maaz, and today I have taken form as a bowling ball. Come roll with me. Okay, so let me catch you up to speed. My friend Rushline Invader and I have had this stupidly competitive rivalry over the game of If you guessed bowling, you would be correct. But the thing is, he must be an amateur because he didn't even know that a spare or strike is when you knock down all 10 pins and have a chance to double your points the next time you bowl. Okay, that was a lie, he did know, but that was me explaining the basics to all of you non-bowling ball folks watching this video. Now, because we live in different countries, the only time we would be able to play against one another is during VidCon US. And after 2 years of us trash-talking each other over the internet, we finally met up in person to settle the debate of who is a better bowler. It is me. I am a bowling ball. With all that being said, I really do hope you enjoy this story about how my intense bowling rivalry was ruined by a kid. What is this doing here? What? No! Yeah, VidCon was really fun. It was all about having a good time with friends, you know, eating, drinking,
Because
bowling.
I think you've all obviously been like around the community a lot more than me, and I'm fairly new, so it's been really nice.
No,
but yes, I was crap at bowling. Thank you for bringing that up. The thing is,
I was so subtle about it as well.
I went
bowling.
that, and I was triggered, but I was like, I'm gonna stay calm. I honestly went into that thinking I was gonna be like so cool. I'm gonna just whap it out and just like be like strikes all the way. Because the first one, what did I knock over? There was like one left or something, and I was thinking, oh, I got this. And then it was just like
Downhill
none.
from there.
What happened?
None.
You kept twisting your wrist at the end. You have to keep your arms straight.
You know why?
Twist.
It's because I suck.
Yeah, well.
It's funny because Rush and I, we had this entire competition. This entire competition thing.
Oh, yeah, you too.
Going on for years now.
Yeah, we were supposed to do it last year.
Yeah, you know, but I was a busy boy. But this time I was like, I'm here. Let's do it. And we started bowling. We started off pretty strong. He's like a semi-pro dude. What I didn't tell Rush was that my dad was like semi-pro as well. And every time we were growing up, every time we would go bowling, he used to play with me and my brother who was 1 year younger than me and just destroy us.
Oh, no.
Constantly. And he'd be like, you guys are bad at this. And so we would get so vindictive, like, we're gonna destroy you, Dad.
One day we'll rise up.
But the thing is, he's like really good. Every single time he'd easily clear 100. And like some days he'll be like talking on the phone and he'll get like 140. I'm like, Dad, stop. And then like when I was like 19, we went bowling and both me and my brother destroyed him.
How do you feel about that?
He was like, my boys have grown up, you know, and I was like, yeah, suck it, Dad. You are weakling. Threw a bowling ball at him. No, so like Rush and I were playing, going well, pretty neck and neck.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last round.
Until that kid intervenes.
Rush bowled, and he's been doing pretty well. He got spares, some strikes, and he bowls this one final frame and gets a 3. And I'm like, you weakling. You absolute moron. You have angered the gods today. No, so I was just like, you're going to fail. You're going to miss. You're going to miss again. You're going to lose. And then this kid in the next lane over, he gets his ball.
As if the universe just appeared
and
to
he
just...
bowls, but he misses so badly that the ball goes into our lane and goes straight into the gutter.
But it was so slow.
It
took ages to
So it
get
was just
down.
us like
I was
this all
just
time.
looking at it, we're like, no. And I looked at the kid, and the kid's like, and I look back at the ball, and it's just like, And I had half a mind to run into like in between. I was like, stop! No! And so he gets a miss. You're just laughing. You're just cackling. You're like, you idiot. The universe has given me another chance. Redemption is swift. And I'm like, no, please. There must be a way to remove it. The pins have been reset. There's no way to do it unless you delete the entire thing. And he's like, give me an 8. I'm like, there's no way I'm giving you 5 more pins.
Give me an 8.
Okay, you need to do it. Whatever, just bowl. He bowls and gets a 9. And then the last pin, and he gets a spare. He gets all 10, and I'm like,
I turn on the go.
I'm like yelling. I'm like yelling as if I got stabbed. Okay, I
was
furious.
there. I can confirm.
I was like, this kid. I was so mad that like they probably heard everything I was saying, right?
You were right next to
Absolutely.
them. You're touching shoulders with them.
Yeah. I essentially shook the kid and went, you moron!
You did that to me.
You idiot! And I choked him out.
No fingerprints.
And my fear was that the kid would turn around and go like, is that TheAMaazing? I'm like, oh no! If he did that, I'd be like, yes, you stupid kid. I'm making a story about you. And so I'm so mad. I bowl and I get a 7. And that's it. And I lose. And I'm like, no, again.
It was the second round.
And there was a second round. And we were like, okay, the total of both rounds, we'll just do it, right? And Rush, I'm not sure if you were built for endurance bowling. 80.
What do you mean?
You got 80 in the second round.
Yeah, I suck.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, whatever. We'll just tally up the scores. And then it turns out we both got 191.
Yup.
It was a tie.
It was a tie at the end of the
And
night.
I was like, again, it restarted my rage. I was like, this kid!
We'll never know.
Murder! Murder is the only
In
way.
conclusion, how are you going to both sleep at night until next year?
I won't until next year, okay?
No.
So sleep deprived.
Yeah.
I'm kind
Good
of glad the kid was there because that makes the story so much
It's
more
just a
interesting.
story. It's just a good story, man.
That was a good night.
It was fun.
Yeah, we had a fun time.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't even realize that I ate myself. Honestly, though, it happens all the time. Like when I saw myself naked in the mirror. What? You're evolving into an ad read. Now, I'm sure you've heard of Raycon, but have you heard of this? Everyday E25 earbuds.
What was that?
Everyday E25 earbuds.
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. These are just so comfortable and noise isolating that I can no longer hear poor people. Oh, and the bass. Mwah, masterpiece. Because if your skull isn't vibrating with music, then is it even worth it? But seriously, I am a big sucker for wireless earbuds. And let me tell you, these sound just as good as other premium brands, but about half the price. I mean, the everyday E25 earbuds even boast 6 hours of playtime, plenty of funky colors, and seamless Bluetooth pairing. So click on the link in the description below or go to buyraycon.com/Maaz to get 15% off your order. Once again, click on the link in the description below to get 15% off your first order. Major thanks to Raycon for sponsoring this video. Alright, so this was a little different from what I usually do, yes, but I think it came out pretty funny. I feel like with podcasts, you tell the story in the most natural way because you're actually there with friends. So I guess this is actually me just trying to get back to my roots. Oh, major thanks for the positive wave of support that came crashing onto me from my previous videos. I was very hesitant to talk about my medical life, so to see this kind of reaction is just the best. Y'all make my life so much fun. Also, props to my team that helped work on this video. Y'all are the best. And thanks for sticking by all the way until the end. And if you've made it this far, let me know in the comments by saying, I identify as a bowling ball. Alright, and with that, ladies everybody, and stay amazing. Mafia! Hi, my name is Maaz, and I've made videos pitting my animator friends against each other for your enjoyment. And I thought, hey, whilst I'm making more Mafia videos of even crazier rounds, why not compile the first 3 videos in one place? And so that's exactly what I did. Enjoy! Oh, and this video, along with creation of more Mafia, was sponsored by Blue Protocol Star Resonance, the MMO that brings the anime world to life. We'll talk about that later. Mafia! with 2 A's in it, like my own name. So this is...
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Mafia.
You just got that now? Are you serious? There are 10 players, 3 Mafia and 7 Martians. Each of them are given special roles. The night cycle begins and everyone's asleep. The Mafia picks 1 player to kill. The Doctor picks 1 player to save. The Wizard sees 1 player's true intentions. And the vengeful Martian, after being obliterated, can drag any player down with them. When people wake up during the day, the Martians can discuss or accuse whoever they think the Mafia is and then vote somebody out. This night and day cycle continues until all of the Mafia have been obliterated or until there's an equal amount of Mafia and Martians.
It's like Among Us.
Shut up!
Oh my god, Mungus.
Now, without further ado,
I'm Mafia, you guys.
Maaz, why did you just DM me wizard?
shut up! I didn't message you anything.
Can we do this in real life, like actually kill each other? Or?
Yeah, I like that one better.
Couldn't I just save all the cards and then like just reveal like I'm this
Obviously,
one, you know?
don't do that. Like, welcome to planet Maaz. Okay, all of the Martians are here, are bubbly and happy, and with their lack of eyes.
I hate it here.
Except PJ, she's depressed. In this peaceful town, the Mafia have decided to attack these poor little Martians in order to take over. So everybody, go to sleep.
How do we close our eyes if we don't have any eyes?
James starts off the night asking existential questions about his own life. The night goes on, the 2 moons are not in appearance, and the Mafia decide to wake up. So Mafia, open your eyes and wave at each other so that you know who each other are. Please discuss with each other as to who you would like to obliterate for the first night. Mafia, close your eyes. Now, the Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, upon revealing themselves, who would you like to treat? Oh. Yeah?
Are you sure about that?
I mean,
Are you sure?
Thank you for your contribution during this pandemic. you may return to slumber. Wizard, please wake up. Welcome. Looking through the mystical crystals. Who would you like to inspect? And I'll give you a thumbs up if they are good, thumbs down if they are not. Wizard, you may go to sleep. Everybody, please wake up. It's a long, long sleep.
I feel well rested.
Hopefully I'm not dead.
During the night, the Mafia walked around trying to pick their first victim, and something caught their immediate attention. And it was a little shine from a window. And they walked towards the house and they noticed that the glistening from a bald head.
No! That's me! I'm bald!
Right there.
Rush.
No! And Rushlight Invader has been murdered. No. He has been obliterated. Okay?
No!
Aw, poor Rush.
So there are 9 of you remaining. Who do you think would have targeted Rush, and who would you like to vote now?
James and PJ. Calling it right now. James and PJ.
Whoa.
Wait a second.
A person, you're very quick to point fingers, Sultan.
Hear me out. When we were all sleeping, out of everyone else, the people most likely to kill Rush is PJ and James.
You think I'd kill my own worker?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? James would. I'll buy that one.
I love that there was no denial, and no one's like,
Motive.
He's got a point.
No, you don't want to kill me, Sultan. You'll regret it.
He's such a bad liar, dude.
Interesting. James, the fact that you said that tells me a lot about you. I'm gonna keep that in mind.
He's the vengeful one. If he's saying like, "Oh, you're gonna regret it," if he dies, he's gonna pull you down, Sultan.
You think he's playing like to character already?
I'm willing to take that risk.
Nearly kill James.
Really, why are you defending James?
Because Sultan was pointing fingers out of nowhere.
Why are you defending James?
I need to get tea. I need to get just like a cup of tea. Just. Well, how do we know it was an ice cream sandwich? I'm just pointing fingers at people that were being quiet.
Maybe ice cream sandwich has a thing against bald guys.
but you guys have to nominate someone, and then we vote on it, okay? Current nominations are James and PJ by Sultan. Any other nominations other than James and PJ?
I'm a double nominate.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you vote, then someone's getting dragged down. That's all I want to say.
Oh.
James is Mafia.
James has got 6 votes, which is the majority. So I'm sorry, but James, you have been obliterated from the.
Hey James, why don't you take me down? Take me down.
No. Oh, I can't.
I guess I need to reveal your role. I guess.
Well, you just killed an innocent person.
Okay, so there you go. A very eventful.
Sultan single-handedly took down a man. Like,
Yeah, all right.
It's gonna haunt you.
All right, guys. So second night has fallen. Martians are content with who they have obliterated as they go to sleep, thinking that they are safe. But for how much longer? So go to sleep. Close your eyes. Mafia, arise. Would you be content in going with who you have discussed? Okay, Mafia, close your eyes. Doctor, please wake up. Who would you like to save for this one night? Okay. You may not pick the same person twice.
the doctor was ready.
Okay, so go to sleep. Wizard, please wake up. Pick who you would like to look with your crystal eye. So everybody, please wake up.
Yawn.
Is that how you yawn? During the night, the Mafia walking around, they realized that there was something else that caught their eye, which was the perfect little haircut from the corner. So they walked all the way to the corner
How would you kill?
and obliterated
They were
Alex.
jealous of her fresh new cut.
They were jealous. They walked to
So
the
I
corner.
can't say anything.
You can say dying words.
I think it's Ilissa.
That's her dying words.
Because why would she vote?
You can't. The villages, please have a discussion about who do you think the Mafia is.
Who looks the most like a Karen, Andy?
We're just going with anything now. Okay.
We're just going with anything specifically Sultan says. This isn't a great thing to base our knowledge on.
Well,
why not?
I think it's PJ. Because with how quickly the Mafia came to a decision last night, I'm led to believe that it's one person.
So you want to nominate PJ? Is there any other nominations for other names?
I'm gonna throw Sultan into the pick.
Andy, sorry, you said Sultan?
Yeah, me too. Sultan called me out because he's like, oh,
Yeah, me too.
Rush because we know Rush. You're like Alex's friend. Of course you would come at her and her wig.
Oh, I do not deny that I would target Alex most likely. But I do think Alex had a good point.
Okay.
No, I'll admit it. I would target Maaz and Alex straight away. Anyway, so
I'm the
I think
narrator.
Alex has a good point though. That it might, Alyssa, I love you. And I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I think Alex is onto something because you were defending both James and PJ, who I still think are Mafia. So it could be you three.
I'm thinking it's you because people die and you just wake up kill them. You're not done killing, and so you're trying to kill more.
I'm trying to get rid of the Mafia. I am trying to protect this.
I'm trying to get rid of the
Martian
Mafia.
planet.
That sounded suspicious.
So Sultan, is that an official nomination for Alyssa?
No. I
would
want
like
to
to
give.
nominate Sultan.
Okay, so
No, I want to give Alyssa the benefit of the doubt, and I want to go with PJ.
So the nomination stage is over.
I know you and I right now don't trust each other, but if I vote for PJ with you, if I just bygones be bygones, I'm gonna vote PJ.
So 5 votes PJ, 3 in Sultan. PJ is the majority. PJ, you have been obliterated by the Martians who have surrounded you in a circle and are just pointing their knobs at you. And you have been obliterated. Once again, the Martians, content with who they have picked, go to sleep thinking that it is all over. Everybody go to sleep. The Mafia, it is up to you now to pick the next person who you would like to obliterate. Doctor, you can wake up. Who do you wish to save for tonight? Dr. Martian, please wake up.
Oh, sorry. I was.
What?
Well, now we know.
What's wrong with you?
What was that?
Who do you wish to protect?
Do I just say
Just
it now?
say it now. Just say it.
I muted them all wrong way.
You can close your eyes. Thank you
okay.
for your contribution to the medical society. Wizard, please wake up and choose who to pick with your crystal eye.
Yeah, wizard. Woo!
Rush really be a hype man for the wizard, huh? Ready?
What's happening?
That's such a funny reaction you just did right there. So close your eyes, wizard. Martians, please wake up. Oh man, that night was so funny. Okay, Martians.
There's a lot to unpack here.
So during the night, the mafia had their knife close to a certain person's throat, one with lion hair. But then
Were they saved?
They heard a little noise.
Were they saved?
They heard a noise from the background of a certain ice cream sandwich speaking, and they rushed. They rushed to the house and silenced him instead.
They took Andy?
Andy has been killed.
You didn't even do
That seems
anything.
fair, honestly.
Okay, so you have final words, so you can say whatever you want.
Sorry.
As he got obliterated mafia, as he's literally evaporating, he's like,
Sorry.
So Martians, who do you think is the mafia?
It's Alyssa. She's the last one.
That's a very quick response.
Alyssa has like nothing to say about it either.
I've been on you
Look,
guys' side. I voted for PJ. I voted her off because I thought she was mafia.
No, you were doing it to save your own skin.
Laddie and Ray have been very quiet, which I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to think about that. I always
Let's hear
like
from them.
don't vote for the quiet people, and it's usually them. But my intuition
Yeah?
is telling me Alyssa. Like I don't know.
No, it is Alyssa.
So wait, is there any nominations
Okay.
currently?
I nominate Alyssa.
Okay, wait, hold on. Emily, chill. There is like Emily.
I'm like trigger
Alyssa.
happy.
The most mafia can be 3, but I'm sure we've killed at least 1, right? So we kind of have the
Right.
majority, so we can take a risk and kind of say what we have. If you paid attention to the first round and why I was attacking James, you know what card I have. And that's why I knew James was mafia. So
I
I'm,
see what
like,
you're. Alright, you like magical?
No, I'm not confessing anything, but I'm
I'll
just saying
confess if you
like
confess.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Let's measure cards, Sultan.
So is there anybody you want to nominate? No one?
I don't
Emily,
know. I don't know who
Emily
to
nominated
trust.
Illy earlier.
Okay.
My gut says
Alyssa?
Illy. My brain says maybe Emily.
Emily?
Do we want to take a moment to like let everyone alive still give like 1 or 2 sentences
Yeah.
on attempting to claim their innocence?
Yeah, you can claim your
Just-
innocence.
Just a
If-
moment to speak.
Can I
Yes.
please go first?
Go, Alyssa.
If you look back in the chat logs, when you guys nominated James, I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. We nominated PJ, and you guys were like, Alyssa's being weird and shady. I was like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna prove to you that I'm not mafia by voting for PJ, by agreeing with you.
Hang on. That's true. You did agree with us after you said maybe let's not vote for them. So then you jumped on like, oh, everyone's voting
I jumped
for them.
because
I'm not
you
gonna,
guys
like,
educated
make myself
me,
look
like-
suspicious.
Can I just say too that like we wake up and Sultan picks somebody?
Listen, I can't help. I can't help it. It just comes to me.
Are you like a wizard or something? Why haven't you been killed? If I was mafia, wouldn't I have killed Sultan by now?
No, because I have put my suspicion on you, and if I died, that would kind of.
You put your
confirm
suspicion
that it
on
was
James,
you.
and you put your suspicion on PJ.
I love the mind games.
To play devil's advocate here, if you are mafia, and Sultan is pointing out people who are just Martians, and he's just throwing out blind accusations, why would you have? Wouldn't it make sense for you as Mafia to be agreeable?
Wouldn't it make sense for me, being like a Martian, a regular person, to be like, yeah, I agree, Sultan,
but
let's kill them?
All I'm saying here is that doesn't necessarily make you innocent.
Wait, I think Emily needs to defend herself. Emily, please defend yourself.
You know, at the risk of getting myself killed later tonight, and I'm assuming the doctor's dead, so he can't save me.
What assumption? What do you mean?
I tried.
I have my ways. I have excellent sources that tell me the truth. I have my ways. That's all I'm gonna say. I have my ways.
Emily, I see you. I see you.
You see?
Who are you voting for?
I'm voting for Alyssa.
I'm voting for Alyssa. I see you. I see you.
Okay.
I'm
so
voting for Sultan.
I think.
Sultan,
Right?
Sultan?
Okay, listen, if all it takes is to come in and be like, guys, I know things. Kill them.
Okay, Sultan, Emily, and Alyssa are the 3 nominations. That's 3 votes for Alyssa. There's 2 for Sultan, so the majority does go to Alyssa. Alyssa, you have
sorry,
been
Ellie.
obliterated.
I'm sorry.
Any final words for you, Alyssa?
Yeah, my final words are, you guys, I was Mafia, god damn it.
Told you.
So,
I told you.
Okay, guys, so once again, Martians go to bed content with everything that's happening, and they never get attacked ever again because the Mafia have all been eliminated.
Good job, Martian.
I'm still dead.
Wait, Sultan, were you a wizard too?
No, I was the
Vengeful
Martian.
Yeah.
That's why when James said, I'll take you down, I knew he was lying because I'm that person.
James, you literally, dude, you did such a 0 IQ move on the very first turn. I was like, no.
Right when we picked Rush, Sultan was like, it's James and PJ. And I was like, how did he know?
You killed your employee. What the fuck?
Did you get it?
The Mafia was Alyssa, PJ, James.
Wow.
Are you kidding
Spot
me?
on, Sultan.
I got scared.
The doctor was Andy.
Wait, the doctor was who?
I love you, Andy. That was so funny. Oh, I totally. You should have protected yourself. I don't understand why you did it.
I am a selfless person and a dead person.
Wait, Andy, I forgot to wake somebody up. Blue Protocol, Star Resonance, arise. That's right, I can finally geek out about one of the most authentic anime-style MMORPGs out there. Step into a fresh, vibrant fantasy world of Magna, a vast land waiting for you to explore. It's brimming with rare crystals, mystical herbs, and impromptu battles, all brought to life by these Japanese-inspired visuals. And as somebody who grew up there, I approve. The game provides a huge variety of options on how to play, which is enough to satisfy whatever kind of gamer you are. Want to be your own hero, tanking with unbreakable shields or DPSing endlessly? Awesome. Want to team up for strategic raids, unleashing your radiant healing to your friends? Sweet. You want to go fishing? Yes!
Oh my god, yes, let's do it!
I caught one! And here's the thing. Star Resonance combines its immersive, dynamic PvE combat and actually trying to have heartfelt multiplayer social interactions, which is honestly what I love the most about MMOs. You can form parties to tackle tough bosses, build up a guild to traverse dungeons, or enjoy your time cozying up at the fair, setting off fireworks. This game really is the anime arc you've been waiting for. So why not check out Star Resonance right now? By clicking on the link in the description or pinned comment below and using my exclusive redemption code, you can get a head start in your journey into Blue Protocol Star Resonance today. Thank you again for sponsoring this video and Mafia production in general, and let's get back to it.
Mafia? Oh. Hi, my name is Maaz, and welcome back to Mafia Part 2. And to spice things up, there are 3 more roles this round. The Cupid wakes up first and links 2 people. If one dies, the other dies from heartbreak. The friend-zoned Martian chooses one of their own to silence during the discussion. And a Timmy, after revealing themselves, can vote twice during discussion. And now...
Can Mafia be nice one night and choose to obliterate Maaz and we just don't have a host?
Yeah.
You guys are so mean to me. I'm so nice. In this game now, with all these roles, there's only one normal Martian.
Imagine being a little stinky Martian boy, little imp.
A little mousy boy.
Little mousy boy in the wall with looking for cheese.
Everybody,
Clap your hand.
And welcome to another night, a month later from the previous incident, where somehow everybody's come back to life.
The doctor, he did it.
Yeah, and he did it even.
That scamp, he did it.
The new Martians have been given new roles, so let's see how that changes things up. Everybody, go to sleep. To start off the game, Cupid, please wake up. Please DM me 2 people who you want to link. If you have been linked, please open your eyes, wave at each other. If one of you dies, the other will also cease living. Now, please close your eyes. The night can begin. Mafia, please wake up. Wave at each other. Please decide on who to murder. You may not murder Craig, the bot. You cannot murder Craig.
What did Craig ever do to you, Mafia?
Okay, is that the consensus now? Mafia, please go to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Doctor, you may now pick one player to protect for the night. Okay, I see you have made your decision. Please go to sleep. Sleep. Go to sleep. Wizard Maaz, wake up. So thumbs up means that they are good, thumbs down means that they are Mafia. And finally, the friend zone Martian, please wake up. Who would you like to silence for the night? Everybody wake up and clap your hands. Thank you. During the night, man, the drama. There was so many...
Spill the tea, sis.
What happened?
Guys, listen. Okay, so during... I don't want to say it, but the Mafia did decide to kill our lovable mascot, Craig. Unfortunately, when they obliterated Craig, what they didn't realize was that their beam actually went straight past Craig and into the house of Mr. Sultan Sketches himself. He has been obliterated.
Loser.
Sultan!
Makes sense.
No.
I'm not even mad. I'm flattered.
Sorry. Is that your dying words? I'm flattered.
My dying wish is good luck without me.
Just disappears.
And that's the team.
Okay, so one down. Everybody may now speak. What do you think happened during the night?
I think Sultan was too chatty in the last round, and Mafia
Sultan knows his place.
Of course, the Mafia would go after the person that was able to get the Mafia immediately.
Oh, yeah. That's what makes
So
it tough, because it doesn't feel as personally driven. It's just kind of like, get him out of the way.
We gotta stab him right in the face.
He talked too much.
Wait, who got friend zoned? Did no one get friend zoned, or did Sultan get? Maybe Sultan got friend zoned and he died.
Did everyone but the doctor pick Sultan?
But the doctor picked Sultan, the one person that needed to be saved.
No, the one person Sultan needed most.
That's honestly why I didn't silence. I was like, he's dead. I was like,
I don't want to target Rush because he didn't get to play in the last game, but I'll target Laddie.
Target Laddie for no reason.
Is that a nomination?
Say what you will about James, his logic is clean.
Okay, Laddie has been nominated.
I would never hurt my precious boy.
Is there any other nominations?
I think it's just too early right now.
I nominate Rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
I nominate me. I nominate me.
I think we knew who's really
You
linked
guys
here.
want to defend yourself, Laddie?
If I'm going down, I want Rush go down with me.
No, don't do that to me.
That's not a defense. That you just said you're going down.
I just have a
You just
feeling.
invited it.
Okay, can I have a real defense
Yes,
though?
yes.
I'm linked with someone. I don't want them to die.
So we know she's not linked with Rush.
That's the thing with links, though, is we don't know, like, what if you're linked to other Mafia? Like, that doesn't necessarily, that's not really a defense, I guess.
I think it's too early to
It's very early in the game, yeah.
Well, we have to vote for someone.
Do we have to kill somebody?
You don't have to.
Otherwise, we're all just going to be sitting ducks. We have to vote out the Mafia.
Well, I could sit.
You like sitting?
Could be Laddie, because why aren't you defending yourself?
She did.
She did. There was.
I'm not Mafia.
That sounds like something a Mafia member would say.
Notably, you're saying you're linked with someone. No one's defending you.
Oh.
No one's defending Which is kind of like either you're lying or the person with you just wants to die.
You need to break up with them, lad. You need to.
You're a strong, independent woman, laddie. Okay.
Putting my life on the line.
I'm sorry.
So, guys, let's begin the voting process. Laddie, you have got the majority of the
I'm
vote.
innocent.
So, once again, everybody rounds you in a circle and obliterates you.
No,
Do you have any final words?
Fine.
No, not it.
No, I'm so sad.
Actually, what's funny is that everybody rounded you in a circle and obliterated you, but one person standing in the circle realized, oh, I'm linked, and then they obliterate themselves as well.
Yeah.
So,
Who was it?
Ice Cream Sandwich has been also obliterated.
What did you say?
You can't catch a break.
What did you say?
I forgot that I could. I've been really timid since I up the first round. Like I deserve this. I was gonna defend myself, and then Maaz was like, "Well, anyway, let's move on to the voting process."
So there you go. There have been 3 deaths.
And then we killed both mafias, right? Maaz, we killed both mafias.
Shut up, James.
You wish. I wish I was Mafia now, dang.
Everybody go to sleep. Now, Mafia, please wake up and decide on who you would like to pick. Please go to sleep. Doctor, please wake up. Who would you like to protect for this round? You may not pick the same person twice in a row. Okay, go to sleep. Wizard, please wake up. Who would you like to inspect? DM me a name and I will return to you the result. Alright, please go to bed. Lastly, Friend Zone Martian, please wake up. Who do you wish to silence for this round? Okay, go to sleep. Everybody, please wake up.
That's how I stretch. My bad.
I smell blood, guys. Ew.
Oh, did Alex get friend zoned?
Alex got red zoned.
Everybody. Now, the Martians wake up after the 3 deaths in the prior night, okay? All refreshed and all content. And the Mafia roaming around the city again get blinded by another light source. They go up to the window and they realize it's multiple lights because the glitter in her glasses was reflecting the moonlight. And Reagan has been obliterated in the night.
Ooh.
She's taken down. Reagan, do you have any words to say?
I'm dead. I can't.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's my time. Thanks for having me.
Can everyone who's alive raise your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just me and these chums.
Chums.
All right, so people who are alive, who do you think are the Mafia?
I vote for me. I did it.
Shut up.
I killed them all. I killed them all. All dead.
All right. Oh my gosh, I swear, if Rush has been Mafia this whole time.
I'm a murderer.
Laddie, you're the ghost. Please do not incite drama. All right, so who do you think is...
Rush, you're
who do
not
you think is
Mafia. I know in my heart.
I'm suspicious of Alex.
The one who can't talk in defense of herself.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah, get her out of here. Get her out.
Listen, she's been mad quiet. She hasn't said anything. I don't know.
You're saying that about the silent person who literally can't speak.
Yeah.
She's being hella sus right now. She's not talking. What?
Conspiracy theory time. Like,
Okay.
that someone silenced Alex, and then Emily is like, all right, I'll accuse her, and she literally can't defend herself.
Yeah, I just got a lot of opinions.
Oh.
Listen, I'm fine with being like a little more like going in this round because I think I'm the only normal Martian, so it wouldn't be ideal for the Mafia to target me because I have no special skills that they have to fight against.
You're not like other Martians.
I'm not like the other Martians. I have no skills.
I have nothing to offer.
I know there's a possibility of like someone who was Mafia last round to be Mafia again this round, but I'm just like leaning towards the idea that we have new Mafia this round.
That's true.
So,
well, PJ, James, are we Mafia?
You tell me.
Yeah, it's like the exact same 3.
Yeah.
So I'm sus of Alex because we know Alex isn't the friend zone Martian.
I believe you. I'm voting for Alex too.
Okay, so only one nomination for Alex, and obviously she cannot defend herself.
Alex.
So only one nomination. Is there any other nomination?
It's hard. It's like I feel so bad. Wait. Okay, no. This isn't fair. We shouldn't just dogpile Alex because she literally can't defend herself. That's not fair.
Alright, let's go to Emily then. She just voted for Alex in the first place.
No, I think Emily's good.
I'm okay with dying because if the civilians kill me, whatever. They lost an ally who can't do anything for them anyway.
Well, then if you're a civilian, you want to not die because you want to kill Mafia.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's true, but like, I've said my piece. I've said who I think is Mafia, and also it wouldn't be Mafia. Like if they decide they want to kill me, that's fine, but that means they still have one less opportunity to kill someone who could actually get in their way, like during the night.
PJ, you're still alive?
Yeah,
Why are you not
right
talking,
here.
PJ? PJ, what are you talking?
I'm observing, my friend.
No, bro, you're going down. I'm voting for PJ.
Rush just wants blood.
Yeah.
No more nominations, but any defense from PJ? Any defense for yourself?
No.
Okay, never mind. All right, so let's do the voting process.
You're safe.
So it's between Alex, Emily, or PJ?
Yes, so please react to them. There should be 6 votes.
Oh God.
2 more votes.
Oh God. PJ, I'm so sorry. If you're a good person, I don't know what to do.
I mean, listen, I will say, I'm just saying, I know more than what you guys think.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
Yeah, majority is still PJ, so PJ, you have been obliterated in a circle.
Join us in hell.
PJ, any dying words?
And I'm not allowed to say what I am. Well,
You can say whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Okay, I was the wizard so long, suckers.
Who voted for PJ?
I'm telling you, it was Alex. It was Alex.
Everybody, please go to bed. Okay, Mafia, please wake up. Who do you wish to obliterate this one night? Okay, please go to bed. Doctor, please wake up. Who do you wish to save? Okay, go to sleep. Wizard, please wake up. Okay, so once again, up is good, down is bad. Okay, go to sleep. Friend zoned, please wake up. Please select somebody who you wish to friends. Oh, never mind. Okay, everybody, please wake up.
Oh, what a beautiful morning for
sun shining in a beautiful way.
Oh, shut up.
Hands up if you're alive. Emily, put your ratchet hand down. You're dead. Do you have any final words?
This is the epitome of quote from Man Stabbed. What are you gonna do, Chad?
Stab me.
Mafia not gonna kill me.
What? Right before we went to bed, I was she was like, guys, I told you it's Alex, and I got scared, and now Emily's dead, and now
Why would I kill Emily? That would just make me really obvious as a Mafia, but I'm not.
What do you think, Alex? What do you think? Tell me.
I think James.
James?
No.
I don't know. Why are you so chill? Okay, now you're
Let me call it right now.
Call it.
Sultan was average. PJ was the doctor. No, Sultan was Cupid.
How do you know that? How would you know that PJ?
Because I've been observing.
Yeah.
PJ was the real person. I'm the what's it called? The aggressive one.
Yeah, you don't even know yourself.
I'm the minesweeper bomb is what I am. And then you 3, Rush, Alyssa, and Alex are all Mafia.
What?
Rush, Alyssa, and Alex. I'm going up against 3 Mafia right now.
You're going down, dude. No, hear me out. I think PJ was the friend zone guy because no one's muted this round, you fool.
Yeah, no one's muted.
Okay, so any nominations so far?
There's at least 1 Mafia amongst us. I think there are only 1 Mafia between us 4. We're all just pointing guns at each other.
It's a scene from The Office.
What you say? At first, I thought Alex because she was silenced, and then Emily was like, "It's Alex," and Emily got killed. So it's like, oh, Emily knows something. But now Alex is like, "No, it's not me." Would it be a safe bet to kill Rush just in case he is Mafia?
Kill me.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, safe bet.
So
Rush.
any other nominee?
And Alex, right?
All right, so it's me and Alex, right? All right, so
okay, what do you want to do?
I'm Timmy. I'm gonna vote twice for Alex. You.
Oh.
You're done. You're out of here.
Since Rush is good, is Timmy.
I'm Timmy.
Then it's James.
Whoa. No.
Wait, no, Alex, you look really guilty right now, Alex. Alex, you look so guilty. You should just keep it in the drafts.
How is that guilty? I'm speaking up.
All right. I figured it out.
You didn't figure
figure it out because you.
Okay, Alyssa, I'm talking to you, Alyssa. You know what you are, and you know you're good, and you know that Rush is good, and you know that I'm good because I'm the Minesweeper bomb. We haven't found the Minesweeper bomb yet.
There's no Minesweeper bomb character, okay?
We haven't found one yet.
No, it's right there. It's James.
What? I think it's Alex.
James, what if it's you? What if like you're just masterminding this and it's almost all there?
It's almost
Dude,
all there.
James is so scared. Wait, no, what if it's Alex and
Rush.
James and I'm just, oh god, guys, oh god, I'm so scared.
Dude, I believe in Rush.
I believe in Alex.
I believe in Alyssa. That she's
you.
good.
I don't know what I'm
now
doing.
that Rush is Timmy, that like cancels. That it's just me and James.
Well, speaking
So
about
really-
cancelled, Alex, your life has been cancelled by the majority.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I wasn't even finished speaking.
Oh, okay.
They cut you off mid.
I'm gonna die next round, boys. Watch this.
No, we're not gonna die, Rush, because we killed off the Mafia.
Any dying words, Alex?
James.
James Mafia.
James Mafia.
Wait, there's only 3 of us left.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, please go to bed.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
Don't kill me.
Mafia, please wake up. Who do you wish to murder this round?
Wait, how are there still Mafia?
Oh my god, you. Alyssa, oh my god, wow. I can't believe it.
I'm not gonna say nothing, but one of you is so blown right now, and it is.
Doctor, please wake up.
Can we just wake up? I know there's no doctors or wizards or you people anymore.
Or the tooth fairy.
Yeah, you know what? Everybody wake up.
God damn it.
Oh my god, this is like literally making me smile.
You're monsters.
Was it Alyssa Mafia?
There was 3 of you in a triangle. One of you peeked out with a little sniper rifle and domed Rush in the head.
Yes! I'm dead!
Rush has been deceased.
I'm Timmy.
And the Mafia has
Mafia
won
wins.
this game.
It was Alyssa!
It was Alyssa.
Good game, Alyssa. Good game.
Her clownery.
Let me tell you. No, you guys aren't even ready for that. You don't even know half of it. Listen, so y'all killed Laddie. Laddie was linked to Ice Cream Sandwich, and they were both Mafia. It was me. Solo mission.
The whole time?
Sultan, as soon as it started, linked to Mafia. I was like, are you actually serious right now?
And then everybody's like talking like, yeah, let's kill Laddie. Why didn't you say anything?
Wait, Alyssa solo carried this whole game by herself.
I did this.
I knew it wasn't James because when James is, he just gives it.
Every time you guys said that you knew Alyssa was good, I was trying so hard not to just die laughing.
It's so funny because anybody can say anything except about Timmy, right? So Laddie and Andy could have literally very easily said in the chat for the Mafia, hey, we're linked, you should save us. But they didn't say that.
I didn't know.
So when they both died, Alyssa's like, what the fuck?
Wait, I linked them.
Yeah, Sultan, you nailed it. Nailed it again.
I took down the Mafia and I was dead.
How did Sultan get...
Sultan is amazing.
That was amazing.
Sucks.
You know what? I want to play with Sultan every game.
I am so proud of you, Alyssa. That was crazy.
Carried the whole team.
She really carried.
I learned.
It's so good because he got to the nomination stage and Alex, Rush, and James all came up, not Alyssa. And I was like, bro, you're not even thinking about her, man.
I was even like, Alyssa, you know you're good. I know I'm good. Rush is good. It has to be Alex.
Oh, why do you think it's me?
As soon as I gave Andy the Mafia card, he was like, I'm gonna get out immediately. And then he got out immediately.
Yeah, everybody's like dogpiling Laddie, and I'm sitting there like. Like I could have defended and like done anything. I'm just sitting there like, this game's fun.
Hi, my name is Maaz, and welcome to round 3.
Please, he keeps bringing us back to life. Stop this man.
Rush doesn't speak for all of us. Please keep bringing me back.
Not fair enough. Let's keep going.
The Mafia pick one player to obliterate, but this time the friend zone Martian was sick of being friend zoned for so long and is now evil. This special Mafia silences another Martian during the day, preventing them from speaking that round. To counteract this, the Doctor has trained some more and can now defend against both murder and being friend zoned.
Next time I'm friend zoned, I'm hitting up my local hospital.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, James. All right, so everybody go to sleep.
I'm sleeping. Honk shoe, honk shoe.
All right, everybody. In this silly little village, everyone is sleeping peacefully, and they think the Mafia have been killed twice now. But little do they know that things are about to get very messy in here. First off, Cupid, wake up. Cupid, if you could pick two people to link throughout this game, if one dies, the other will too from heartbreak.
Pick me.
Who do you want to pick?
Honk shoe, honk shoe.
Okay, no worries. If one of you die, the other will too. Please go to bed. Next, Mafia, please wake up. Who do you want to murder? Okay, wow, that was a unanimous and very swift decision. Friendzone Mafia, who do you wish to silence? Wow, okay. Dr. Martian, wake up. Who do you want to protect this round? Okay, go to bed. Wizard Martian, wake up. Using your mystical powers, who do you wish to observe? Okay, everybody wake up.
Am I dead?
Everybody's awake. Welcome. The first morning of the Martian village.
Morning with a U.
Morning with murder. Or is there? You look around as each of you walk out of your houses one by one. You hold each other's hands, happy to be alive again. But one of you did not come out.
Whoa.
Why'd you lead off like that?
The Mafia kept turning down the AC, and unfortunately this person didn't have any pants to keep them warm.
No.
PJ.
And they froze to death.
No. I died how I lived and I have no regrets.
She's able to give a final sentence.
June is not son.
Good last words, buddy.
PJ!
You may also notice that Alyssa has unfortunately been friend-zoned.
Oh no.
And the friend-zone Mafia has struck again.
If this happens often, I might just play some Toontown.
It would be a lot easier if the Mafia just told us who they were.
Let's all say our roles. Let's go ahead. Give us your role first, Emily. Go ahead.
It's nothing interesting.
That's what someone with an interesting role would say.
No, it's not. I'm a nobody.
Do you wear pants, Emily?
I right now I'm not.
Oh.
Safe this time.
How about you, Andy?
I was an admin.
Now, Martians, you guys have a decision to make. Would you or would you not want to skip this voting or continue with voting?
I feel like we should skip.
We could skip, probably.
Sounds like PJ wants us to vote June, I think.
No. Wait, doesn't this mean she was...
Thumbs up, only for the people who are alive. PJ, stay out of it if you want to skip. Wow, it needs to be a majority to skip, and because it's not a majority, we are gonna vote now.
I would kill Rushlight Invader.
No, don't kill Rushlight Invader.
I would kill Rushlight Invader.
It sounded like when Mafia picked who to vote, they were all very not hesitant.
Yeah.
So there had to be some reason as to why they were all like, PJ!
And then Alyssa is muted, maybe because she was like boss in the last Mafia game.
I think we all know why Alyssa's muted. I guess we know for sure. Well, not for sure, but Alyssa and June are probably safe.
Yeah.
100%.
Maybe.
100%.
Andy, what about you?
Yeah, Andy.
I don't. We only know June is not sus, so I don't know. I don't have a lot of information right now.
Okay, so to vote off someone, we need nominees. And you guys chose to vote someone off. So now we need nominees.
Well, because the PJ vote was unanimous, it leads me to believe it's several people who are very close with PJ.
Yeah.
So Rush and Laddie are the most sus to me right now.
No.
True.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
Oh, you wouldn't?
I would not.
Laddie's like about to die. I would not do that, guys. Me personally, if I was about to die, I wouldn't do that. Sultan has put in nominations for Rush and Laddie.
I don't nominate Russian Laddie.
The only strategy that I would have would be the person most confident to nominate someone with such little information. Sultan?
Yeah, you're like, you are on top of it, huh?
Yeah, but Sultan's always messy, so that's...
What?
If it were anyone else, I would agree.
Can we, like, skip? Can we change our...
Okay, so now I think it's Laddie.
Stop it! If I die, 2 different people are coming with me. If I die, I'm taking 2 of you with me.
No. Sultan, I don't think it is. You know what? I believe Laddie.
Oh my god, I'm so scared.
It looks like I'm out.
Buddy, you really had a good defense. You had a great defense, but everyone's like, Laddie. Just point at it.
Laddie, more like baddie.
No, don't vote Laddie.
So everybody unanimously chose to vote. They put Laddie there, parked her in the middle, got into a circle, and started obliterating. And as Laddie was obliterated away, her eyes glue red and said, I am now going to kill one of you.
Glue red.
That's right. They've been glued.
Laddie, who do you want to obliterate back as a vengeful Martian?
I choose Sultan. Oh
Sultan?
Yeah. I feel like I deserve that.
Laddie looks at Sultan with anger, opens her mouth, and obliterates Sultan as he's obliterating her. His crown drops as his body evaporates away and clinks onto the floor as he dies along with Laddie. Rush!
What would I do? What?
Watching Sultan and Laddie pass away, he is heartbroken.
It's true.
And he doesn't evaporate, he just kind of falls over. But he's also dead. So Laddie, Rush, and Sultan have died in this round.
Wait, what? How?
So Laddie was the vengeful Martian. So when she got voted off, that power activates, which is she can basically kill anyone she wants. So she killed Sultan. And Laddie was also Cupid linked to Rush. And so because she died, Rush died.
Oh.
Man, Laddie really did not lie. They took 2 people out with her.
Laddie, what's your final words?
I told y'all.
Okay, everybody. With such an eventful day, with 4 out of 9 villages dying on the first go, let's go back to sleep. Everybody, go to bed. Mafia, please wake up. Please select who do you want to murder. Okay, I understand. Friend zone Martian, who do you want to friend zone? Okay, wow. Dr. Martian, please wake up. Who do you wish to protect this round? Okay. Wizard Martian, please wake up. I see. Alrighty, everybody wake up.
Good morning.
Hello. Oh, wait, I'm dead.
Oh, thank oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no one's silenced.
Yeah.
Alyssa literally fell out of the house saying, I'm out. Yo, what's up? Hi.
God. I took notes while everyone was squabbling. But first, let's hear the morning report. Who died?
Everybody walks out, tired, anxious about the previous night, but one person did not. The portal had shut because June, you have passed away.
No! How could you? But I wasn't sus!
June, you have final words. What would you like to say?
This doesn't play like Among Us.
I'll be sure to put in the Among Us tune at your funeral. Like, I'll just play the Among Us theme song.
The trap remix?
Yeah, the trap remix. Okay, so June is now a ghost. There are now 4 people remaining.
Jeez.
Emily, Andy, Alyssa, and Alex.
Wait, is there like one mafia?
How would you know that, Alex? You know, it's interesting because like I took all these notes and all my calculations lead me to believe Alex is the only mafia member left.
No, it's not me.
Wait, share the notes.
Okay, so Laddie I thought was pretty sus until Laddie was like, wait, no, don't kill me. I'm going to take 2 people with me. And it's like, okay. I was sus of Rush. It might have been Rush. Sultan, definitely mafia. I can just feel it in my little bones.
Yeah.
I felt it in my bones too.
Me too, same.
I think it's Alex because Alex is the only person who voted for Rush to die, which is just interesting. And we woke up and Alex is like, so there's only one mafia left. Oh.
Get her. True. Get her.
I rest my case.
I asked how many mafias there are.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Andy is just quiet.
I have no idea.
I can't tell if Andy is playing the stay hidden until the very end tech, or if he genuinely doesn't know.
No, I just don't know.
Okay, I'm torn between Alex and Andy only because the only other person.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry. My dog doesn't normally bark.
Whoa.
When did a dog get on the planet? What the heck?
I feel like with how coordinated Mafia was round 1, I would think Alyssa, but I feel like Alyssa's clearly not Mafia because she was silenced for a whole round.
Thank you.
And I feel like she's a valuable asset.
I am.
If she were Mafia, I am. Know your worth, queen.
Thank you.
And like the only other person who I think would be as coordinated with either Rush or Sultan would be Alex.
No way.
That's a strong rebuttal.
Now, again, the first decision has to be whether or not we want to skip this round or vote this round.
If I want to vote this round, I would want to vote Andy.
No.
Emily, who would you vote for?
It's nothing personal, but I just am a little sus of Alex.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't have any super strong.
Emily, Alyssa, we shared the same Airbnb. You know me.
Do I?
Illy kind of convinced me. Let's vote.
Okay, I'm down.
I think the three of us have someone in mind. Do we want to vote off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andy is quiet. Yeah, and is guilty. It's always, silence equals violence. Like
you sounding more and more sus, Alex.
Silence equals violence.
Alex, you voted for yourself. You voted for yourself, Alex.
Alex.
Because everybody voted for Alex, including Alex themselves.
Stop.
The vote is being carried through, and Alex, you are now on the podium, and you have been obliterated by the villagers, including yourself. You have obliterated yourself.
Blood for the blood god.
What are your final words, Alex? Oh, I see.
That's deep.
Okay, thank you, Alex. You are now a ghost. Everybody looks around at each other, noting that only 3 people live: Emily, Andy, and Alyssa. And the night continues. Everybody go to sleep.
Deadass?
Mafia.
Are you kidding me?
Wake up.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Wow, what a nice day we're having. Emily, Andy, and Alyssa walk outside, but as they walk, steps begin to slow for one person.
Oh,
no! The hand reaches out, and Alyssa's glasses shatter onto the floor.
No!
And the Mafia have won this game.
Let's go!
Emily was the final Mafia.
God damn it, I knew it!
I had no suspicion.
Okay, guys, let me tell you how insane this was. Laddie, you are the MVP this round.
Yeah?
What happened was, Laddie was Cupid linked to Rush, and she vengeful killed Sultan, and Rush was Mafia, and Sultan was Friend Zone Mafia, and she went, BAM!
Let's go! You're welcome!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Dude, I thought I was boned.
Can I just say, I'm so good at getting the Mafia out, even when I'm Mafia. You're welcome.
How come we never sussed Emily out?
My tech is to just state the obvious and act like I'm contributing anything. Like, I'm like, yeah, a lot of people died last night, huh? That's something.
And Alyssa also threw Alex under the bus, which helped.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, what was that about?
Alex, you voted yourself. Don't pretend like, oh my god, the other people.
To be fair, Alex, you seemed very guilty. Like, even I was like, is she Mafia?
Sultan was really a villager, and then Alex was really a Mafia all along. Like, they just...
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was just making a Netflix show, now streaming on...
Thank you everybody for watching this compilation of Mafia 1, 2, and 3. I wanted to give people a one-stop shop to watch these as I continue to work on the craziest, legitimately the most chaotic round for Mafia 5. Alright, and with that, laters, and stay aMAAZing.
Excuse me, sir. It seems that we've overbooked this flight. Would it be okay if you were to hop off and take the next flight?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I really need to catch this flight. I need to stream this weekend.
Yeah, you really need to get off, sir.
Nah, I think I'm good. Rejection. Throughout our lives, I'm sure we've all experienced this in one way or another. Whether it be in the form of romantic rejection, academic rejection, or physical rejection. See, I was recently thinking about all the rejections I've experienced in the last 20 years, and I realized most of the time the other person was being completely rude about it. They'd just be a total butt and just give me like a cold, abrupt denial. But the coldest rejection that I've ever dealt with was when I got shut down during freeze tag. Get it? Coldest rejection? Freeze tag? Boo! You're not funny. You're lame. Boo! You're not funny. Stop it. Just stop, man. No. Now, this event happened all the way back in primary school during lunchtime. We were all running around like the little brats we were, playing some stupid games that I don't remember, until this one guy wanted to play freeze tag. Almost everybody agreed, and I flippin' love tag, so I was keen to play as well. For those of you who don't know what freeze tag is, it's basically just like normal tag where you have people who are it chasing after those who are not it. The only difference is that if you get caught, you are frozen and have to remain on the spot, and then it's up to your fellow not-its to run up, touch you, and then unfreeze you. In one particular game, the people who were it were pretty good and they managed to freeze all but 2 people. This random guy and me, sliding through like the slippery little eel that I am. Now, the other dude is pretty important to the story, so let's name him Amal. Hey, that's a reference from my streams. There you go, plug in my streams. I think his full name on my stream was Amal from 7-Eleven. Wait, no, let's not say that. I don't want to get sued. So Amal from 9-11. Nope. That's Amal from 8-11. There you go. I can get away with that. He was kind of similar to a jock, except he was like way nicer. And so not only was he super attractive and kind, he was also really good at sports, hence why he was one of the remaining survivors in this game. And as you can imagine, even in primary school, girls flocked after him. Not that I was jealous or anything. Now, with only 2 of us being alive, we were obviously trying to unfreeze as many people as possible. And I'm not sure about him, but I was like a freaking ninja, okay? This one guy was like, "You think you can get past me?" And I was like, "Believe it." And then I slipped between his legs. They couldn't even stop me, yo. I was zipping past people, doing double barrel rolls, bro. I was flying through the air like a brown Superman, alright? So, when I got past that one dude, I ran up to the closest frozen person, who shall remain nameless. Now, I want to remind you that Amal and I were literally the only 2 people who were alive. We were like the remaining hope for the survivors, you know? We were the only 2 people carrying this entire game. But hey, despite this crucial fact, once I got close to the girl, she turns her head, looks at me with her dumb fuzzy face, and says,
"No, Maaz, I want to be saved by Amal. Look at him, he's hot. Who else could resist his handsome face, and pretty eyes, and rock-hard chest, and rippling abs, and those sculpted calves, and the tightest ass." Wait, what are you doing? Why are you covering me with dirt?
I'm giving you what you deserve. A grave. And then I tip my fedora and teleported away to find somebody who would appreciate just how much of a nice guy I was. Nah, just kidding. What I actually did was I pushed her down onto the ground in a salty rage. So not only was I able to exact my bitter revenge, the act of me touching her also unfroze her, thus making her a target for those players who were it. And surprise, surprise, they all rushed and surrounded her, so Amal wasn't going to be saving her anytime soon. And speaking of Amal, I guess he saw the girl getting shoved to the ground and eating dirt, so she also embarrassed herself in front of Amal senpai, so psh, get wrecked, kiddo. That's what you get for being rude to me. And thus started my long chain of rejections, which I'll probably make into a future video. Not gonna lie, I was kind of annoyed at her for the rest of the year, and I may or may not have tried to trip her up anytime we were in close proximity. And what's even better is that Amal moved to a different school a few months after, so who's hot now? Not me. What am I doing with my life?
Major thanks to Laddie for lending her voice for this animation. Thank you, Laddie.
I'd like to preface this by saying that going through an airport and catching a plane is pretty stressful. I've done it a heap of times, but it still doesn't reduce the level of stress to be at the right gate with all your luggage and the correct tickets with the correct people and just So anyway, my friend and I were hanging around the airport waiting for our plane to arrive. We were bored and the plane wasn't going to be there for a few hours, so we decided to grab some chow. Now, the airport we were at was shaped kind of like a virus. It was ring-like with a few eateries here and there, and these little prongy gate stations sticking out, which served as gates and had the rest of the food. Our gate was here and the sushi place was here. Now look, if you're going to have something to eat, you can never go wrong with sushi. Unless you get like food poisoning or something. So we go to the sushi store and naturally we're carrying our luggage, bags and stuff. Now, an important point to note here is that this event occurred during the time when Pokemon Go was huge and everybody was playing it. A Pokestop had a lure on it, so obviously I had the game open and was trying to catch as many Pokemon as possible. Anyways, I managed to somehow pay for the sushi whilst also trying to catch another Pidgey. I know, it was kind of rude, but look, hey, you've got to catch them all. So, with food in hand, we got back to the gate we were supposed to be at with 10 minutes remaining until boarding began. The lure had ended, so I put my phone away and I tried to see if we'd missed anything and... wait, no, my bag. Where's my bag? I began to panic a little and I realized that I've left my stupid bag near the counter of the sushi place. 20 minutes or so had passed since I was there and they were about to board soon, so I ran as fast as I could to the sushi place, which was basically me sprinting until I reached the halfway point to rest up a little bit and then resuming the sprint. Once I got to the sushi place, I was relieved to see that my bag was still there, along with the police. A few were huddled away from the bag and 2 officers had it on the table, talking amongst each other with steely expressions. There was a family on the far table who were cowering behind each other. Okay, I made that part up. They were actually eating sushi, but they were eating it with concern. Before I could think up an appropriate course of action, I just raised my hand and said out loud, puffed out and all, "Sorry, that's mine." Now, to give a little context, although I'm Australian, I'm actually from the Middle East. And as you can probably see on this figure of myself, I've also got a slight beard. So what we have here is the classic scenario of the bearded Middle Eastern man claiming that this bag left completely unattended at a semi-populated airport was his. Man, I should have just worn the classic garb and waved the ISIS flag with how much disgust they were looking at me with. I walked towards them and the police officers surrounded me. Some of them were even talking on their walkie-talkies. The panic increased as I realized what I'd gotten myself into. I then made the decision to put on the most Aussie accent that I could think of to convey to them that, I don't know, that I'm one of them, I guess. So I pull off the classic, "Yeah, sorry mate, this is my bag here, I just left it by accident, you know, a little bit of a klutz here. Yeah, sorry about all the trouble that I caused." And to my surprise, they actually did relax after that, but they still needed to make sure that this was my bag. So one of them, kind of an old but serious guy, stepped up and asked me a simple question. "If it's yours, then what's inside the bag?" And look, this question should have been simple. However, I, and hopefully a majority of others, am just so lazy with packing. I'll wait a few hours before the flight, throw whatever I need in my bags, and then be on my merry way through the skies. So this question, this seemingly easy question, was like a mental gymnastics course. I felt like a criminal being interrogated by the police and I only had one chance to tell the truth. If I got it right, I walk away. If I get it wrong, I get detained for this suspicious circumstance and miss my flight. My friend will probably be laughing on the flight as well. I was rewinding through how I packed my stuff and I tried to retrace what went through my head as I packed. I was sweating bullets on the inside, but on the outside I was as calm as I could be. I gave a safe answer of clothes, which I thought would suffice, but they weren't satisfied by that at all. The police officer slammed his hand down on the table, shoved the table away, smacked me a couple of times, punched the officer behind me for good measure and yelled, "What else was in the bag, you dirty gun?" Okay, that part may be exaggerated, but it was still pretty stressful. Enough time had passed and I managed to remember that I had packed either some Minion toys or my Monopoly set. Don't ask. And the answer was correct. I had my Minion toys, not the Monopoly set, but that was enough to satisfy them. So I was free to leave, but they did give me a stern talking to about leaving the bag behind like a moron. Needless to say, when I told my friend what had happened, she roasted me for this throughout the entire flight. When we were boarding the plane, I actually noticed the police officers watching me go in, so I guess they followed me back through my gate, which is kind of fair. So I guess the moral of the story is don't leave your bags unattended in an airport. And don't play Pokemon Go. So is it just me, or does anybody else find vibration really soothing? Hear me out, okay? I'm sure there have been plenty of scenarios in which you're sitting on a bus or car and you feel kind of drowsy, so you put your head against a pretty little window and somehow you found yourself falling asleep. Like, to me at least, right? It feels like a rhythmic sort of massage is happening on top of my scalp and it kind of lulls me to sleep. It's like ASMR without the weird popcorn crinkling or the rice bubbling popping or Hodor ASMR. What the hell? See, I don't think that's too odd, and I'm sure it's happened to most of you, but here's where I get weirder. I fall asleep at the hairdresser. Whenever I go, I sit down in one of their chairs, and I guess like the constant feeling and sounds of the razors and scissors just makes me want to take a little nap, right? It's honestly gone up to the point where the hairdresser keeps a water bottle and just sprays it on me whenever I fall asleep. Like,
wake up, loser. I'm trying to cut your hair. No, those are stupid. That was stupid. Don't use that one. I'm gonna murder your family.
the worst thing is, I don't actually know how to get my usual haircut. I just kind of walk in there to the same hairdressers, and when they eventually ask me how I get my hair done, I just say the number 3. Like, just 3.
Just 3 hair strands? What are you, crazy?
No, shut up, Rush. Shut up. I think I googled this before, and I guess the numbers correspond with, like, the size of the razor. Psh, I don't care. As long as it gets my hair cut, it's cool. But it's problematic when I go to another hairdresser, because they have absolutely no idea what the number 3 means to them, and neither do I. So they just start cutting, and then eventually I fall asleep. I guess they're just too awkward to wake me up and ask for my opinion, so they just go all crazy on my hair. And then when I wake up, I take a look in the mirror, and I'm like, I look like a thumb. I look straight up like a thumb. They cut way too much hair, and it's uneven, and I just straight up look like a thumb. Right? Like, I'm sure if you were to hold 2 thumbs on either side of my head, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. Which one's me? Which one's Maaz? I don't know. And the thing is, I can't even blame them. It's my fault for falling asleep, and I don't know why I do it. It's so weird. I'm curious to know how many of you actually fall asleep at the hairdressers too, because like, oh man, it gets way worse. I fall asleep at the dentist.
Whoa, Maaz, what do you mean you fell asleep at the dentist? They drill into your teeth and inject you and torture your gums and what the
Shut up, my fellow teen, because I am fully aware as to how bizarre this is. Like, I have no idea why the drilling and my head vibrating along with the equipment makes me sleep, but it does. Because I mean, what else am I meant to do? They just gotta lay you there with nothing to do, and the room is dim and I get bored, so I just fall asleep, you know? Good night. It happens often enough now that whenever they do a dental checkup on me, they put these clamps on the other side of my mouth. This way, even if I sleep, my lips are kind of pulled apart and I don't close my mouth on their fingers. It does feel odd though, like they're gonna stick an apple in me and then roast me or something, but hey, look, as long as it lets me sleep, I don't care what they do. I should actually try to learn how to use this phenomenon to my advantage, because just like other content creators, I barely sleep. It's pretty bad, like to the point where I've got permanent eye bags in real life. Yes, I've got eyes in real life. Shut up. Actually, now that I think about it, me staying up is probably the reason why I sleep so easily at all those weird places. I even use that fancy bedtime function on my iPhone, but I just end up turning it off whenever I need to stay up, and then I get tired the next day, and then I end up looking like a thumb. Brilliant. So I guess the moral of the story is, stay up when you're getting your hair cut so that you don't look like a thumb. Alright, please don't click out yet. I want to update you guys on a few things, so hear me out. Alright, so in this video, I used the fancy cards function, so a poll should have popped up whenever I talk about where I've slept. I want to see whether I'm normal or weird, so I'd love it if you answered. Also, major thanks to Rushlight Invader for lending his voice. Go check him out, he is hilarious. I don't know you, Rushlight Invade. Finally, since I stream every 2 weeks, I've decided to add a date in the video directly for when I'm streaming next. Follow my Twitter for any updates about that. Alright, so that's about it. Laters.
Hi, my name is Maaz, and I'm desperate to become a Hogwarts wizard. And with me, joining me in my crusade, I have Joe Cat. Welcome, Joe Cat. Thank you for coming on.
Hi, hello. Hi, nice to meet you. I also would like to join Hogwarts because I am desperate for situations that put me in social interaction so that I can talk with people and have friends again.
As you're saying this, I'm just holding up a gun behind you like, yes, say the wizard thing, yes.
Is it like specifically Hogwarts that made you want to know magic and stuff?
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I actually did not care much for Harry Potter for the longest time. At all, actually. So I've always been obsessed with the concept of making things from out of nowhere and manipulating matter that already exists, okay? And so when I grew up, my main source of like magical output or like my entire obsession was video games and board games, but also the books I was reading. But weirdly enough, the books I read were kind of about magic, but not really. And as I grew up, like my friends would hate me because I would sit there and be like, oh, there's no books that's truly about magic in schools. And they would grab me by the face and be like, read Harry Potter, please. And I would refuse until I was like 19 and in college. And one of them just spent $50 on the entire series, gave it to me as a gift. And they're like, read it. Read it. I have bought you the books. Now read it.
The entire series, the movies must have been out by then, yeah?
Yes. But I had watched the movies, but look, I'm not gonna lie, the movies are not too great. You know, I wasn't the biggest fan of them.
Didn't enjoy them.
The first few were fine, but then the later few, the last like 4 or 5, it was very obvious that things were cut from those movies. So I was like, I can't follow the story and I don't have this investment, so I want to read the book and figure it out. And I'm not gonna lie, I have never ever cried after reading a book series except for Harry Potter. I was bawling after reading the last book, man. And I think like the writing itself in the books is not too great. I'm not gonna lie, the writing style is not great, but no one could deny the world building. The world building was so good, man. It was really, really, really good. And I think that just reaffirmed that I desperately want to become a wizard. Just desperately.
Was it just the quality of these stories that drew you in that made you want to go to Hogwarts, or was it actual magic itself?
Honestly speaking, the characters are great. I really like the characters. I did imagine, even as a 19-year-old, I was just like, man, it would have been really fun to go to school and just coexist with them, right? Like being in their crew would have been very fun. But I'm not gonna lie, some of the best moments that I really liked was this idea of actually learning spells and being knowledgeable and getting better at that craft, you know? Especially in the movies. The movies are a great job of showcasing that, you know? Accio, whatever, and like getting the boomstick. Actually, Accio, subscribe to the viewer.
Accio, your mouse over to the subscribe button. Did you take the Pottermore quiz?
I did.
I'm gonna guess you're a Ravenclaw guy.
Okay, and I am going to guess that you're a Ravenclaw guy.
Yeah, what'd you get?
A Ravenclaw, you nailed it.
Nice.
What about you?
So I don't think my Pottermore test is very accurate. You know, these personality quizzes in and of themselves are always weird. And also I took them over the course of a couple of years. So the first time I took it, I got Slytherin. And then the second time I took it, Gryffindor. And then the third time I took it, I got Hufflepuff. So I'm just like, I don't know what the hell house I am. So I'm just going to pick the one that feels right. I think I'm a Hufflepuff.
You're a very kind and loyal person. I can definitely see that.
Aww.
But you're also like very like analytical and studious, and I like that.
I wanted to say that my draw to Hogwarts, I'm starting to realize, is not the magic itself, but the community of being in a school, the social feeling of being in a school. I miss having an excuse to meet with a group of people and hang out.
Yep.
You know, like there's something about having a schedule of like, okay, now it's time to go to this thing, and now it's time to go to this thing, and then seeing people and recognizing them from things. I don't know.
You know, people are going to listen to this being like, wait, do they want to go back to school? And the answer is yes.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Oh.
I mean, no, not at all. I'm just a Ravenclaw, like hiding my
freak. You like to? Are you the kind of kid that was like, teacher, you forgot to grab everyone's homework from last night after she forgets?
Not gonna lie, I have definitely done that in the past. I have definitely done that. I love magic in small ways as well, though. It's like in any game that I play, like MapleStory, Final Fantasy 14, even the games where it doesn't really even have a good magical presence, like RuneScape.
Magic's just cool, dude. Magic's awesome.
It's so funny because I'm not the only one who has this bias. Tetsuya Nomura, who makes Kingdom Hearts, he loves magic as well. And so in Kingdom Hearts 3, magic is purposefully like really broken. And I love magic, so I maxed it out.
Yeah.
And I was burning people left and right. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a bit too easy. But when I played D&D, one of my friends just became like an impromptu dungeon master, and he made a really simplified version. Oh, guess what I became? Obviously a wizard, right? Obviously. So I was like, okay, look, what spells, what cantrips? I want Magic Hand. That has so much utility. I want it. Give me Magic Hand. I can do anything with a Magic Hand, right? Really, like within a certain distance, I can do whatever. And there was this monkey, and the monkey stole my spell book and ran away in the top of the tree and started running away. And obviously our party started chasing after it. And then we realized to climb up to the tree, and it started flinging poop at us. It's just flinging crap at us. And was just like, okay, well, thank you, Dungeon Master. Thank you for bringing poop. And so my character, like my character design, was a very like neutral character. Its entire drive was to gather more knowledge, right? If I found a method to gain more books or spells, I would take that over my other friends, and I would stop at nothing to gain more knowledge, right? And so the monkey stealing the book was an act of absolute detestable action from my character's perspective, right? You just did something you should never do. And so I was like, all right, I want to grab the monkey's magic hand. It was enough distance that it was actually possible, and I actually successfully rolled it. So, I was like, yoink. And so my friends, like, okay, we should tame the pet, and we should ask the monkey to take us to like the monkey leader, because apparently there were more monkeys. And the DM was talking about like the entire like colony of monkeys. But again, they had done something detestable. So in my character, it wouldn't make sense to calmly let this person go. So I looked the monkey dead in his beady poop flinging eyes, and I told the DM, I want to throw the monkey into the ground as hard as I can. And he rolls, and I get a nat 20. I get a full 20 to my roll. And for those who don't know, nat 20 is literally like, you not only get what you want, you get the optimal perfect version of it. And so because I had said I want to throw it into the ground as hard as I can, he described in great detail how I viscerally smashed the monkey onto the ground, how the organs split and the soft tissue was obliterated, how I left a crater where the monkey once lay, and my entire party was like, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing to this monkey? And I'm like, listen, knowledge above all, magic is king, I'm a wizard.
It's awesome. I like that. And those who actually play D&D, you'll know that, Maaz didn't say the name of the spell right, but I'm not going to correct him.
Whoa, wait, what did I say? Wait, what?
No, it's fine.
Don't tell me. Is it not magic hand? Wait, no, I'm going to Google this now. I'm a fake mage. I'm a fake wizard. Wait, D&D, magic, is it not magic? Mage hand!
I'm just sitting here like,
okay.
I could actually him, but I'm going to let him finish his story.
You killed me.
Okay, important question.
Oh, yes, go.
Would you wear a fancy hat?
Oh, yes. Yes. Like, I...
Okay, all right.
Yes, why?
Describe it to me. How big is it? How big is its brim? What decorations does it have?
All right, listen. Like, not gonna lie, I was so into this wizard thing that I literally was considering changing my entire character design into a wizard. Like Maaz, like, genuinely. And I still use the design. Like, whenever I do a video or transform and fly it around in my videos, I transform it to Wizard Maaz, and I do whatever Wizard Maaz does. And so I have my own design. It's purple. It's got a star at the end of it. It's approximately a meter in diameter, and it's a little saggy.
Yes.
It's just the method I would like to cast if I had complete freedom would be like, this is how one of my characters in my previous D&D campaign that really didn't flourish because we just did one and just stopped it. But I had tattooed incantations into his arm, and he came from this family of like this cult that like believed in the true magic should come from incantations that you directly sear into your skin. And so the character had seared incantations and spells, and that would be how they remembered spells and everything. And like we would cast from our hands. And I know it's definitely not following the rules of D&D. I know, but it's still
funny you say that. They recently added spell tattoos into the game, so that is actually D&D canon. We don't even have to homebrew anything. It's just there. We can use it.
I love this. Okay, because that's definitely one of my designs, and because I love the idea of using my hands, like not needing to use an instrument. But obviously,
people do that all the time.
Okay, great. Because Wizard Maaz has this thing, like I have a staff, and I call it a matchstick because it just looks like a matchstick. And basically the entire like staff is just made of gold, and there's like a purple staff on top. I've definitely thought about it quite a lot. I never liked the idea of a broomstick. I thought a broomstick was a really weird device to fly on. So my star on the hat kind of detaches and becomes like a flying star, and I just can go across and I have my own lore.
Hearing how people reflavor spells is always the most fun and like art-inspiring things. Whenever people describe how they cast their spell, I always get this urge to draw. Like maybe someone will describe when they cast a spell, like their eyes light up and their veins start to glow, or somebody else might say, I pull out a hairspray bottle and a lighter and I cast burning hands by spraying the spray bottle into the lighter.
God, I love that.
I'm just like, I need to draw this.
I definitely have written a lot about this. outside of my videos. You know, because I think like people just forget. They're like, oh, why do you have a wizard, Maaz? That's just your other design. I'm like, no, it's because I like being a wizard. I love magic. And you know what I like more than that, Joe? People subscribing to my channel.
I also like people subscribing to my channel, which you can come over and watch content like animations of my stream highlights or video essays analyzing video games.
That sounds wonderful. They should do that. You want to play D&D?
Yeah, sure.
Hello! You may be wondering what I'm doing here. Well, don't you worry, little girl. I'm simply practicing my lines for I am an actor.
You look like a creepy old man.
Yeah, that was the only part I could get. Okay, I may not be an actor, but I did go through a lot of art classes. You may be thinking that others have already touched on this subject, but you know what? I'm different from these bozos, cause I
don't have eyes.
No, well, I mean, yeah, but that's not what I was...
Wait, I know. It's because you're brown.
Oh my god, no. Why are you bringing race into this?
Oh, is it because your videos are garbage?
They're not garbage. But for real, it's actually because I went to this art-centric middle school. They really wanted the students to experience all of what creative arts had to offer. So they implemented a system where in 8th grade, you would rotate between the 4 major art disciplines each term. They consisted of visual art, you know, the art class everybody knows about, music, media/digital tech, I'm in, and drama. What is up, dramas alert nation? I'm your host, Killer Maaz. And whilst I'm grateful for the experience, looking back at it, these art classes were the biggest meme. Because it was such basic, rudimentary level art, we all honestly did jack all that year. Take my music class, for example. I mean, after watching the Rage Rap diss track, the Tim Tom rap battle, and the famous Maaz rap, I think it's clear to see that I'm pretty musically gifted. Denial is the first step of grief in the 5-step process. For that term of music, we had a choice between learning the piano or learning the guitar. And I'm gonna be honest, I kinda only picked the guitar because I thought it'd make me more attractive to girls. I'm such a loser, holy. Okay, side tangent. That's actually a recurring reason for a lot of my childhood decisions. See, I would watch these high school movies, which had all these pretty white boys, and they all like, you know, had these one-sided smirk things going, and the girls obviously love that.
Oh my god, take my heart!
So for years, I tried my hardest to get my own smirk, which may have worked on one side, but on the other, I looked like I had a minor stroke. And so with my lopsided smile, I spent an entire term practicing my guitar skills to pick up the ladies. Man, looking back at it, I wasn't even learning a romantic song. I'm pretty sure I was learning like Ode to Joy.
Oh yeah, girls are totally gonna love this.
I'm glad you haven't drawn me with eyes so I can't see how ridiculous you look.
But at least I was confident enough to play guitar in front of the class. Unlike drama, where I had absolutely no confidence and was convinced that I was a terrible actor. But you see, guys, I have a life hack for you. If you can't act well, just have them write a role specifically for bad acting, like a background character or a tree.
Okay, Janica, you're killing it. Melvin, you keep channeling your inner Johnny Depp. Maaz, just act like a drunk hobo.
I was destined for this.
You know what they say, if you can't act well, die. One time, I legitimately wrote myself a role for a guy that gets in a car accident and dies. Acting is so easy. It's funny because the drama teacher actually pulled me aside and told me that I wasn't that bad of an actor and I just needed more confidence in myself. That was honestly so sweet of him to say, and it instilled a passion of drama and acting in me for years to come. I even did theater during university. Like I was on stage and everything.
If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not
Okay, that's cute, honey, but I'm an actor. The next year, I was moved to script writing and had no time on stage. So maybe my teacher was a lying son of a visual art. Alright, so I'm just gonna gloss over this one because not a lot happened during this class. Like, I know it's the medium that I spent the most time doing now, but art had a lot more writing and analysis than I thought it would. Actually, I'm pretty sure I was justifying more than I was actually doing art. However, that was nothing compared to digital/media tech. Now, the name of the class is awful, but it basically covered film, television, gaming, and digital art. I remember this one assignment we had, which was to basically analyze a TV show and provide reasoning as to why people either loved or hated it. This project was the best because it allowed me and my brother the perfect excuse to run down to Blockbuster, rent out 5 seasons of How I Met Your Mother, and binge it all in a few days.
Hey guys, it's getting pretty late. Maybe you should go to bed and rest up for—
Shut the door, Mom! Gosh, do you even care about my grades? Yeah, Mom! And that's why How I Met Your Mother is one of my favorite TV shows to this day. And why my mom goes to therapy. So here's what I actually learned in my art classes. Improvement in skill is not linear and shouldn't be compared as such. This is relevant for people like me who compare themselves to other people and get really distressed when they're not on an equal playing field. But let me tell you something. Now, the odd one's out. Does he have the best visuals in our community?
Yes.
What about the most interesting stories?
Yes.
And is he more animated than the others?
Yes.
No, he isn't.
What?
You see what I'm getting at? Even though he's not the best when it comes to all of these factors, he's still number 1 in our community.
Dang right I am!
And it's all because he's got his own unique blend of skills that really showcases what he can do. His art style. When you judge yourself to another person's art style or sense of humor, you're comparing something unique that you alone have on their field. So of course you're going to be upset and feel like you're inferior to them. That's just not a valid comparison. And I know it's way easier said than done. But I can assure you, if you knuckle down and really focus on what you're doing and try to establish your own style, I think that will lead you to more happiness and creative fulfillment in the long term. It is hard, but you'll eventually get there. I used to be the saddest boy for life. But now, not only am I able to fulfill my creative urges again, but I'm also fortunate enough to have this fantastic channel and to be the mastermind with all of you guys. My Martians, our fan base and strongest alien army known to man. And I know we're all waiting to take over the world and defeat the laddies, but in the meantime, why not promote some of you to become Super Martians? So I want to give a major shout out to Gentry Lewis, Aldo Gameplay, and Undertale Grillby. You guys are now all Super Martians, the brave soldiers who will lead us to battle. If you want to have a chance for a shout out, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, and comment, "I have turned on the bell and am a Super Martian." Now, I know it may be daunting to focus on self-improvement and to learn some new skills, but why not make it easier by utilizing the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, business, technology, and more. If you're interested in making your own channel, why not check out Simple Character Animation? Personally, I'm designing new merch, so I found, hey, cool shirt. Designing effective t-shirt graphics, really helpful. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to quality classes taught by experts, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. Skillshare is also way more affordable than most learning platforms out there, with a yearly subscription being less than $10 a month. But hey, look, that's enough of me talking. Why not just give it a shot? The first 500 people to sign up with this URL, which is also in the description, will get their first 2 months completely free. So be sure to be one of those lucky 500. So thank you once again to Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and thank you audience for watching. Okay, so I know this wasn't a super crazy topic, but I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you liked it too. Major thanks to my best buddy Emily, whom I have no beef with, for voicing some of the characters in this video. You're an absolute legend. Alright, if you like the story, make sure to click on the video on the left side of the screen and you'll get some more of that Maazing goodness. And finally, I'd like to give a major shout out to my patron and original T-poser, Jesus Christ. Yes, that's his name. Alright, laters everybody, and stay aMAAZing.
One day, a friend of mine shared with me a fact that immediately gave me osteoarthritis. Now that 2025 is over, everybody born in 2007 is officially an adult. Yeah, I know. Horrified. I have vivid memories of playing RuneScape with my friends like it was yesterday. And now you're telling me that the people who were born in 2007, like my brother, are functioning adults in society? I mean, they can barely drive. But the funny thing is, once I got over my shock, I started to get a bit worried about you guys. You are about to become an adult in the most chaotic time imaginable. In a world post-pandemic with human-engineered social media designed to ruin your life, and in the most unstable economy in recent history. How are you meant to tackle it head on? You don't. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually all about... Now, I don't necessarily think it's all doom and gloom, but doesn't it feel like the system is currently not as friendly to newcomers? And I know that this is anecdotal, but it's definitely what I've seen reflected in real life, in hospital, online, and most importantly, me. Nowadays, I feel like I put in multiple hours of overtime, volunteer for extra days at work, and struggle constantly just to scrape by. To me, it's like a never-ending cycle of watching money number go up, only to have random BS make money number and my feelings go down. And that's probably why I like games like Stardew Valley, where you can just watch money number go up endlessly. And then you have all these gaslighting us about how you don't actually have it harder and you need to work more. And back in my day, we needed to tape our legs to walk across the coal mines. Yeah. Okay, bro. Back then, all you needed to be successful was a Cuban cigar, casual racism, and a firm handshake. I like your spunk, kid. Now, I'm aware that the issues lie with massive system-wide faults that affect everybody. I really don't want to paint it like it's purely just a boomer versus zoomer thing. With that being said, what frustrates me is that those exact people who are older than us are in power here, and they're the ones who shape our current system. And instead of helping those that come after, they make things even harder by kicking the can down the road. I mean, why care about the future generation? I'm gonna die soon anyway, and I'd rather be buried with my money. Not to mention the fact that the older generations have the added buff of owning some financial reserve or property to coast them through, versus the majority of the newer adults who not only have the debuff of not having that, but also have the biggest detriment to them in their pockets. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about the... Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Oh, this is kind of cute. Okay, here you go. It's your phone.
Oh, what the hell, man? I needed that.
Yeah, but you know what else you need? One of the best browsers available today, Opera. That's right, Opera is back to kindly sponsor this video, and they're ready for 2026 with some new features to help increase your productivity. The one that I've been using consistently is the integration of Google services directly onto the sidebar. My team and I use Gmail and Google Calendar for making these videos, so having these directly accessible on the sidebar has helped tremendously. It is as simple as clicking on the three dots at the bottom of the sidebar and under Google services, picking the ones you need. They've also got a smarter, faster, and more powerful Opera AI available for free for all users. You don't even need to open extra tabs. It works within the context of the page to analyze your current tab or island to help you out upon request, like finding local restaurants or planning things around your friends' schedules. Or let's say if you're reading about a movie, you can just ask where's the closest showing of this and bam, there you are, ultimately saving you time and focus. And you know I can't stop raving about tab islands, one of my favorite features that I use every day. These allow you to group tabs by project, which can then be named however you want, collapsed, expanded, moved, color coordinated. This is my island for YouTube, this is my island for medicine, and this is... well, don't worry about it. To do this, it's as easy as manually hovering a tab over one another. If these features sound perfect to you, absolutely give Opera a try. By clicking on the link in the description or the pinned comment below, you can download Opera right now. I cannot thank Opera enough for supporting me for all these months throughout my channel. Please make sure to check out Opera 1R3. Now, speaking about phones,
I'm sure you've heard people say phones are bad countless times, but they may actually be onto something, because firstly, being able to take photos or videos of you at the drop of a hat, ultimately very good for individual documentation purposes, but rough if you happen to be in middle school. I remember my middle school and high school experience, unfortunately, and I speak for all of us in the fact that this is an extremely embarrassing time for everybody. I was busy trying to grow up, and I was doing and saying stupid things to test boundaries, and look, I'd be more than happy to leave it all in the past, until, I make videos about it. not only as a way of learning what not to do, using my own childhood experience as an example, but I gotta make the number go up somehow. I mean, like, we talked about this. Nowadays, though, with the perpetual risk and fear of being recorded, I think it's actually made you less likely to be your authentic self, especially when you're in public or among your peers. I mean, if you're doing something even remotely embarrassing, crashing out, or cringe, it's now at risk of getting sent to everybody, let alone becoming viral on the internet and ruining your life. Then comes the natural next step, which is the grind to get views, like committing literal crimes for pranks, being performative, or rage baiting, which, can I just say, used to be called trolling. One Piece is trash. Don't even get me started on social media, because that's where I've seen the most significant change. When I started YouTube, being online felt so much more innocent, trying to truly connect with one another. You know, social media. And I can say from my personal experience that almost all of my online friends that I've met were through random tweets, Discord servers, and animation memes. Nowadays, social media just feels so much more negative, and that's intentional. Each of these platforms are ultimately designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. And the best way to do that is by getting you upset, angry, depressed, anxious, stressed. There's a reason why rage bait or controversial drama content with negative thumbnails and titles or straight up misinformation is so rampant, because it works. And then there's the monetary incentive for the regular Joe Schmo to do it, with hateful tweets or drama channels focused purely on controversies which contribute nothing positive or thoughtful into the world, earning more than regular workers simply by rage baiting successfully. K-pop Demon Hunter sucks because it's woke. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. There are some of you that are under the illusion that you can beat social media, or that social media doesn't affect me that much. But it can, more than you even consciously realize. These are systems built by hundreds of the smartest engineers that money can hire, all designed to trap you in their awful cesspit of a platform. And genuinely, do you think you can withstand that effect? You think you can go toe-to-toe with Jeff Bezos or Zuckerberg? That guy's a lizard. Or there are millions of data points that have already downloaded your exact behavioral patterns? I personally didn't grow up with social media, and it's something that I only got into in my teenage years. But despite that advantage, things have still become so automatic for me now. Like, there are legitimately moments where I'll be studying or working, and then I'll get distracted because my attention span is now so short, and then my smooth brain will crave dopamine, and without thinking, I've now got YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok open, and it's suddenly 2 a.m. and I haven't blinked for hours. What happened? So you, growing up with all of this, yeah, I'm not surprised that all the research has demonstrated increasing ADHD, decreased attention span, increase in mental illness or dysmorphia, and for the first time in history, an average decline in IQ, even if we discount the flawed metric of what IQ stands for. And tangibly, I've started to see you change. With growing numbness to everything, desensitization to truly horrific events, radicalized views without a drop of nuance, and some of y'all don't even know it, because dissociation can lead to memory loss. No one mentions that one, and I think it applies to a lot more of you than you realize, especially when people are always trying to invoke anger. Hollow Knight's actually mid. Now, I can already imagine some of you watching this saying, but Maaz, I don't have social media, so I don't think this would affect me. And my response to that would be, wait, really? You don't have any social media in 2026? That's actually impressive. Yeah, good for you, man. But you know what else you don't have? A house. As a relatively young adult myself, I've been trying to dip my toes in and see that maybe Maaz can try to get his own house. I mean, that's just what you do in life, right? Go to university, check. Get married, check. Buy a house, and it's $2 million. That's awesome. That's great. I had a visceral moment where I looked at that property's purchase history, and it was bought for like $100,000 only 15 years ago. And now you're looking at me dead in the eyes and trying to say that it's worth 20 times the price? I'm a doctor and a YouTuber, and I can't afford this shit. The boomers were right. I should have been working harder and investing in real estate when I was... 13! Oh, amateur hour! Stupid. Even if you're not looking to buy and are just looking to rent somewhere, it is still terrible. I'm currently moving to a new city, and as I was looking for a place to rent, all of the places around me are a minimum $1,000 per week. What the absolute is up with that? That's $52,000 a year. Just for a point of comparison, the annual salary of a brand new doctor over here is approximately $92,000 depending on the state. So more than half of your income as a junior doctor now is going into literally having a roof over your head, not even including water, electricity, fuel, and food. I genuinely feel so bad for you guys because you're just surviving at this point, and no one ever listens to you because TikTok exists. Even outside of that, you factor in jobs that now pay less, companies not hiring but putting up applications anyway to look better for investors, the fact that groceries are getting more expensive by the day, the policies for trading are so haywire that the common people are suffering. I mean, I am not surprised at all that this started to perpetuate more and more negativity. In an environment like this, everybody becomes more hostile, unkind, and we lose our collective empathy here. Of course, it's all worrying, and I can definitely understand how you can start to feel hopeless. And again, I want to stress that although young adults may feel the brunt of this, I do think it's a universal problem. Everybody is feeling the strain from multiple different directions, and I'm sure if you were to talk to your parents, they're probably going through the same hardships as well. All the while, the top 1% continue to profit from us all pointing a finger and getting angry at each other. And honestly, despite trying to provide an impartial view about this, I think it's starting to affect me a lot more than I let myself feel. It's difficult for me to write about topics like these because I'm almost always enthusiastic, optimistic to a fault, wearing my heart on my sleeve and my knife in my back. And as an extension of that, I like creating content that carries that same feeling, trying to spread good into the world. However, things are getting to a point that even for me personally, I no longer feel as certain about where my life is going to go. Things don't feel as secure or safe as they once did, and I certainly don't feel like I have a semblance of control in my own future. And with all of those thoughts swirling in my head, I thought it'd be more inauthentic if I didn't at least acknowledge these feelings with you. It's been pretty tough, and it kind of makes me wish that we were back in 2007, playing RuneScape, despite that now being 18 years ago. At least 2007 was financially secure. Wait, what is that? These emotions that I, and that some of you feel, are entirely 100% valid. There are far too many statistics to show that it's not just in our head, and that there is a direct correlation as to why people are suffering financially and mentally now more so than 18 years ago. And I'm advocating for how important it is to acknowledge that, yeah, things are sucky right now. And I also think it's equally as important to at least try and keep your head above water. Be able to figure out a solution to make things work, to avoid letting the world win. From my perspective, and I'm going to be honest here, there were a few concepts that I was taught in medical school that I initially laughed at. Things like mindfulness, getting good sleep, and exercise. I remember them being so gung-ho about this that there were multiple lessons where we had to sit in a circle with other people, meditate, and we all fell asleep because we were tired medical students, and then slowly eat a raisin to feel the texture and be present in the world, like Ratatouille, like genuinely like Ratatouille. But what's fascinating about it is that it's those exact concepts that I keep seeing in literature and research over and over as ways that can help mentally, as ways to help cope throughout this entire system. Being able to center yourself, take some time to relax, and sleeping enough to allow your brain and body to repair itself are super strong, scientifically backed ways to be content in life. And as repetitive as it may have been in my life, I've been trying really hard to prioritize that. Everyone keeps talking about journaling and writing down everything that you're grateful for, and I just do a baby version of that, where every night I journal 3 small things that I was grateful for that day, and 1 thing that I would aim to improve for the future. Being a creative guy, I also draw a smiley face to represent how I was feeling that day. Sleep has always been an obstacle in my life, and genuinely, I got an award in medical school saying the most likely to fall asleep. So hear me out when I say that I've been really strict about maintaining sleep, along with everything else, and the changes that I've seen are already immense. It's made my own optimism 10 times more potent, even when I'm having a really awful day. Because I've now made it a habit to find the most positive and grateful moments, I find it easier to weather the storm a bit. I find that negative news and drama don't affect me as much as they used to. It's maybe even gotten to a point where it's a bit too much. Like, I'll be rounding with my team of junior doctors, and out of nowhere, I'll just say out loud, "Aren't we all lucky that we're safe and healthy and we get to do this for our jobs?" They can't say anything because I'm their senior doctor. They love it. These are just some of the ways that I personally have been able to cope with what's going on. I am aware that things are much more complex. Things are not just going to be solved by going to therapy, sleeping more, eating better. I get that. But I do believe we just need ways of trying to break through this monotony and the current climate and try to make this world work for you. There are countless displays of millennials and Gen Z rising up and advocating so fiercely for what you believe in. And I think this is a signal showing how unhappy people are with their perceived loss of control over their own life. There is true momentum to be had when we all go out and change it. I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir here, and I hope this is not controversial to say, but it is in our best interest to be active in our local politics and vote. Large-scale, small-scale elections, all of it is important because that is how we instill change. Because slowly but surely, I'm sure we'll see things change for the better for all of us. Things are admittedly a bit bleak. And yes, we don't know how things will look in the coming months or years, but I don't think this changes what has to happen. Because I think ultimately, with how unstable things are, the base priority about trying to find work, retain your job, grinding to survive in the current system doesn't really change. All you can do for now is hang on and remain hopeful for the future. You might be watching this and think, he should get a reality check, or wow, this guy is super unrealistic. And yeah, maybe I am. I know I'm probably being naively optimistic, but my counter is you have to be. I mean, you have to be. Like, the world currently makes it so easy to be cynical, judgmental, and negative, hating on your fellow peers. And I refuse to fall into that because I truly, genuinely believe that we can come out of this together. With 2026 coming around, half a decade since COVID happened, it's a fresh year, and I know that I'll be trying my best to survive. And I sincerely hope that it all works out for you as well. Happy New Year, everyone, even if it is a bit late, and good luck out there. I'll be right there with you, just making videos about how I'm actually feeling, silly concepts that I have, and videos of my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for all of your support. This is coming up to my 10th year of YouTube. Who knows what the future holds for all of us. And with that, laters, and stay aMAAZing. Mafia. Welcome to the most insane game yet. What happened was honestly either one of the worst or best plans executed I've ever seen, and honestly, you can make that decision yourself. Up to you. All you need to know is that there are two factions. Mafia, the villains, who during the night choose one player to eliminate. They're up against the Martians, the good guys who try to use all of their special abilities and voting power to get rid of the Mafia. There are a ton of special powers in the game, but I'll explain them as we get to it to avoid any confusion. The game continues until either the Martian or Mafia obliterate the other faction, which this time round, well, you'll see. Are all of y'all ready to start?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, sorry, I didn't read some of your questions. Let me... Alyssa just asked me, hey, do you know any fursuit makers ready for commission?
Like, now that we're all here.
It's really hard to find somebody when you're not really in the fandom.
Okay, Alyssa, and with that, welcome back to Mafia 5. Let's get this. With the Martians winning the last round, everyone's come back to life, and we're willing to give each other another chance.
Wait, sorry, Maaz, I didn't hear you. Who won again?
The Martians.
Okay.
Well, I hope the Martians win this time, too.
Me too.
Oh, Mafia's gonna win. They're handsome.
Cupid, please wake up. Choose two players within this game, and if one dies, the other one will also die of heartbreak. So who do you want to link?
Your mom with me.
Oh my god!
I don't get it.
Okay. Mafia, please wake up and make a joint decision on which player you want to murk. Okay. Friend Zone Mafia. Now, you have an extra power. Every night, you can decide on which player you want to silence, who will then be unable to talk for the next day. Who in this group would you want to just shut up? Alrighty, go to sleep. Dr. Martian, wake up. You can pick one player in the entire group to protect from murder and friend zoning. Two equally important things. Who do you wish to protect? Alrighty, good night. Wizard Martian, wake up. You can inspect any player in this game to see whether they're good, aka Martians, or bad, aka Mafia. Who do you want to check? Okay, go back to bed. With all of that done, everybody wake up.
Wait, was nobody silenced? We don't have to
I'm guessing
live through that again?
Or
Oh my god! He spoke too soon.
I am so sorry. I thought it'd be really funny to silence Sultan mid-sentence.
That is weird.
That's funny.
And with Sultan silenced, as everyone looks around desperately to see who's missing, they notice a bunch of seals holding an obituary in front of Rush's house because he has died.
What the fuck?
The Mafia don't want to deal with any coin flips.
They don't want to.
I'm holding Rush in my arms and I'm just like, Rush, what are your last words, man?
I don't know.
IDK. But secretly I be knowing.
And with Sultan silenced and Rush silenced, the discussion has begun. It is up to the Martians to figure out who the Mafia is.
Who's Mafia? Okay, thanks, guys.
I guess he just died for no reason.
I have a question. If you're a silencer, right, could you silence yourself?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sultan.
But why would you want to?
I have an update. I have to poop really bad. Please don't kill me. But I do have to poop, so I will be right back.
I believe it.
Oh, wow. I guess Emily's poop update was real. I thought she was playing a bit. Okay, look, with her gone, we do need to make a decision about whether or not we're voting to eliminate someone or voting to skip this discussion round. And to help with that discussion...
I have a new update.
What?
I went to the bathroom. Guess who decided to poop at the same goddamn time?
Synced up on the same cycle.
Okay, Emily, you just heard what I said, right? So, who wants to skip this round? All right, we're skipping.
I just want to hear from Sultan.
Okay, Sultan, you may now speak.
I.
Okay, that's enough. Wow, does this guy ever shut up? And with that, everybody goes to bed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Listen.
This village is fucked.
Mafia, wake up. Come to a consensus on who you wish to murder this round. Wait. Hold on. Okay, everyone else is muted. No one else can hear what I'm saying. Let me get this straight. You three are the Mafia. And the person you all want to kill tonight is Alyssa. Okay, whatever. Okay, Friendzone Mafia, who do you want to... Are you kidding me right now? After team killing Alyssa, you want to silence your fellow Mafia? Okay, why not? I can't wait to see what happens. Alrighty, all of y'all go to bed. Dr. Martian, wake up. Who do you want to protect? Oh. What the hell? Wizard Martian, please pick somebody who you wish to inspect. Again, thumbs up is good, thumbs down is evil. Oh. Pff. Okay, wow. That's crazy. Wait, I forgot about another role. Opera. Their special power is that they're honestly a super solid web browser. I've already said this before, but I've been using it for both YouTube and medical work myself. Opera makes it super easy to accomplish that by including features like tab islands, which allows me to group tabs by certain contexts like shopping, YouTube, and gaming. These islands can then be organized, customized, and expanded in whatever way you need. See?
This one's for Mafia, and this one's for Martian. Just like the split between night and day, make sure to use Opera's native split screen feature to boost your productivity. Drag a tab downwards to open 2 pages in the same browser window. That's literally all it takes. I straight up use this feature when recording videos and need multiple things lined up. It's actually so sweet. And if you're the type who'd rather control their music without interrupting what you're doing, now you can with the detachable player. Move this little thing anywhere from both inside or outside the browser and choose to play between these 7 different streaming services. And there's only one correct answer between these. You already know which one I'm talking about. Have a question but don't want to open extra tabs? Aria can answer questions directly in the command line without losing your place on the page. I mainly ask Aria to help me with cooking because I'm still learning, and it brings up tips and recipes that I can practically use IRL. Super handy for later. When I'm eating. So make sure to download Opera using the link in the description below to stay productive throughout your day. Thank you, Opera, for always backing me and my team, because without their support, there's no way I could work on videos about playing Mafia with my friends. Speaking of, let's get back to that. Everybody wake up. As everybody walks out, they not only notice that Alex has been silenced.
Uh-oh, Alex, can you hear us? Alex, are you there?
And Alyssa, instead of walking out, has been carried out on a stretcher with a flower in hand by Junie and Luigi because she has been eliminated.
Okay. At least you didn't kill my cats. That's nice.
Alyssa's been murdered. You have final words. What do you wish to say?
Okay, well, my intuition is this is a lot of final words, so thank you so much for having me. Rush died in the first round, and last time Laddie died in the first round.
It's Laddie because Laddie died in the first round last time. I see.
I mean, it's true. You did die in the first. She's got
no, because Rush. That's
you're
dead,
dead.
Man. You ever heard of rigor mortis, man? I
Okay. I don't know if I want to reveal my role just yet.
Your role as Mafia?
I feel like it's Sultan.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like it's Sultan. Usually at this point he has a strong idea of who it is, but he's been a little
I'm sorry, I can't be perfect all the time.
Kill him! Kill him for not having the answer this time.
No, I have no idea who it is. Does anyone want to give us a little bit of sugar?
Wizard.
Tell us a little something.
A little something. All right. I'm the wizard. You got me. First round, I did a check on Sultan just because I know everyone was gonna target Sultan.
And please tell us what you got.
Sultan is innocent. Or is he? No, he's innocent. A weird thing happened this round. I did Illy the second round, and she was Mafia. And I was like, oh, bet. Okay, I'm gonna vote her next round. But she's dead now.
Yo.
So, yeah.
Wait, what?
They did a
sacrifice play.
Oh. That's a ballsy move.
If the doctor is still alive, please protect me, because I think I'm gonna be targeted.
I want to point something out, but I don't know what this proves. It's just info. In the first round, I think it was Alex or Alyssa. One of them said, "Can you mute yourself?" while I was muted, and they said, "Oh, that could be a big brain play." And now Alyssa is dead and Alex is muted. So maybe it's both of them.
Bro, this guy's intuition is just... Okay, we've had a lot of good discussion so far. We have to make a decision now on whether we're skipping this round or we're voting to get somebody obliterated.
I want to murk Alex. Let's go.
What? No.
So we know me and Laddie are safe, which means at night, me and Laddie are not safe.
I'd say protect Laddie.
Thanks, Jaden.
Well, I'm just saying, she's got the info.
Doctor, do what you want, actually.
The majority have chosen not to skip, and therefore we have to obliterate someone. Is there any nominations about who to vote out?
I'm sorry, I'm putting Alex.
So Alex, the silenced person, is up for nomination.
Alex
Didn't even get to say anything.
I know.
I'm down to vote Alex. Who are you gonna vote for, Alex?
She wants to vote for me. Now I'm definitely sure it's Alex because we just proved my innocence.
That was real, yeah.
We proved my innocence before.
I think Alex wants to vote you out because she's salty. Emily is now running off for her poop alert as she raises her arm in the general vicinity of Alex and absolutely obliterates her as the majority vote her out. Alex, the silenced Martian, has been eliminated from this round. Okay, Alex, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna give you some final words, but you cannot get an essay like Alyssa did, okay?
I'm the doctor! Stop it! Okay?
Thank you, Alex.
Okay, what happened? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh my god, Emily!
You killed Alex.
Emily, you killed Alex and she was innocent, man.
Oh, wait, really?
Okay, and with that very chaotic discussion, everybody goes to bed.
I'm dead for real.
Mafia, wake up. Who do you wish to kill? Okay, Friendzone Mafia, who do you wish to silence? Got you. Yo, go to bed. Dr. Marshall, wake up. Who do you... Okay, Wizard Martian, who do you wish to sus? Thumbs up means good, thumbs down means bad. Beauty. Okay, I cannot believe what just happened. Everybody go to bed. Oh, sorry, everybody wake up.
We sleep deeper.
As everybody wakes up and the few remaining players walk out, Gladdy, the village wizard, realizes that they are silenced. And one person's steps begin to slow as they tumble and Jaden perishes.
No, what?
And as Jaden attempts to cling on to her life in futility, Sultan's heart shatters.
Oh no.
And as Sultan races over to be with his Cupid Link, he doesn't make it as he begins to perish as well.
No!
Sultan and Jaden have been eliminated this night. Laddie is currently silenced, and there are 3 people remaining. Laddie, PJ, and Emily. But before discussion can begin, Jaden's ghost gathers energy around her as her eyes become glow red. Jaden is the vengeful Martian, so she can choose to bring down one other player along with her on her death.
I'm the vengeful Martian. Not only was I killed, and my partner was also killed, but I will f*** you up.
Well, Laddie's innocent.
This is literally a 50-50.
I totally agree with you, Jaden. With Laddie's innocence, it is a 50-50, and it is completely up to you in terms of who you want to kill. And to help you, Sultan, yes, you do get your final words.
Okay, Jaden, I think it's Emily.
No, it's not! Swear to God!
Because why? Never mind, I don't know, Jaden. Good luck.
Oh no!
Okay, hold on. If it's just Laddie, PJ, and me, then
Wait. Look, this is not a discussion round. We just finished the final words, and so now Jaden must activate her vengeance power before we get to discussion.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
All right, never mind.
It's literally a 50-50.
It's between Laddie, Emily, and PJ. Who do you wish to obliterate?
I think I'm gonna kill Emily.
And with that decree, Jaden turns towards Emily, lifts up her arms, and releases a concentrated red beam towards Emily. Emily tries to run away, but is ultimately helpless as she meets her maker. Emily has been obliterated by Jaden, and now, with PJ and Laddie remaining, the Mafia have won.
I'd like to say thank you.
How did we do
Jaden, thank you.
No! I got gaslit!
What? Why am I sus? I was hoping for heads.
I don't know. I Sultan got in my head.
Jaden, that was another coin flip moment that you had. You really are terrible at them.
I know. I just lost 2 coin flips in front of 1,000 people.
The Mafia did honestly some brain dead moves. I don't know how
It worked. It worked.
Because first there was 3 Mafia. Alyssa, Alex, and PJ. Alyssa chooses to kill herself to blame Laddie. And PJ just silenced Alex themselves. They used their powers on each other. They didn't do anything to the Martians.
Oh, no.
I thought it would be.
I didn't know.
PJ, you have to be convinced it wasn't you. I don't know.
She didn't say anything. I think I was going to pick it, but I think I was like, I'm going to go with Sultan.
You should have flipped the coin. You should have flipped the coin.
Listen, yes, this was a coin flip moment, but if you do a brain dead move and you win the game, was it a 0 IQ or like a 9999 IQ play? Who knows? For the next round, we're going to introduce even crazier roles, so make sure to stick around for that. Thank you to all the patrons who make these videos possible. Seriously, love you guys. And thank you so much for everyone who makes fan art. I really do appreciate it, and it just warms my heart. Thank you everyone for watching Mafia. Laters, and stay amazing.
Oh, hey, Becky. We got a lot of maths homework today, so do you want to maybe work on it together when we get home? I'd love to, babe, but I've got a committee meeting, so I'll do it with you later. Okay, babe, I'll see you tonight. Oh, man, I forgot my calculator.
So you take the X and shift it to the other side.
Oh, that makes sense. James? Becky? No! So before I begin, I should probably say, disclaimer, cheating is bad and you should not do it. And so with that out of the way, I can get on with some sneaky little tips that other people did. Wink, wink, because would I cheat? Oh, fuck. Yes, okay, so I'm not sure if this was just the case for my school, but when we were sitting exams, the teacher would come around and usher us and ask us all to put our phones in our bags. They were kind of strict about it, and they even would check the lining of our pockets to see if they had any kind of phones inside, right? It was kind of strict, and it didn't even make sense back then, because keep in mind, this was back when it was grade 9 or 10, so let's be honest, the exams didn't really count for much. And so what I used to do was that I used to slip my phone in my shoe. I'd then answer as many questions as I could and keep track of those that I couldn't answer or were unsure of. When I was all ready and had those questions in mind, I would ask to use the restroom. And once I was in, I opened my notes, used Google, and just spent ages searching up the answers. I would then stroll back into my seat, all casual, and just destroy my exam. Just destroy it, okay? And needless to say, I got 100% like the freaking genius that I am. Or so they thought. Because the other kids, seeing that I was a brown kid with braces and glasses, immediately labeled me as the nerd. But what they didn't realize was the hidden potential of my glasses. Because the best thing about having glasses, guys, is that nobody would suspect cheating with glasses cleaners. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Those little cloth things that people use to wipe glasses with? No one would think to check that for any kind of writing. So what I used to do, especially with maths because I had trouble remembering the mathematical formulas, was I used to write down the formulas I couldn't memorize at the time. Like, does anyone remember the quadratic formula? When they first taught it to us, it sounded like we were casting a demonic spell to summon Satan's calculator, right? It was like plus minus the 2a square root of over c or something. I don't know. I forget, right? No one uses the quadratic formula later in life. So I hated memorizing the formulas back then, and I just wrote them all down in the cleaner and look, brought them with me on the exam. And I took my cloth and pretended to clean my glasses. What I actually did though, was transfer over the formulas on spare pieces of paper or on the exam paper itself. I did that because I didn't want to take out my glasses cleaners repeatedly, and you know, it was a bit too risky if the teachers or something saw me, so I used to write down the actual exam itself. So when the teachers walked around and they saw my piece of paper with the quadratic formula written down, they were probably like, oh damn, this kid is smart. He has all the formulas written down. What an impressive memory. Yes, I was that slick. And if that didn't convince you, I even had a spare glasses cleaner in the same pocket, so that if someone saw me pull out the one with writing, I could hand it one without writing to prove that I was an angel completely incapable of cheating. Oh man, what the hell? I was crazy back then.
Maaz, it's my turn. I want to tell a story now.
James, that's not how collabs work. You usually give a few lines and you just kind of...
Do you know who I am? I'm the odd one's freaking out, okay? I'm taking over. So, in Spanish class, I would do the exact same thing you did and answer as many questions as I could. The questions I didn't know the answer to, I would intentionally leave blank. And I would also forget to put my name on the test. So I would turn in a test with missing answers, and then afterwards, I would look up the Spanish words that I didn't know, and then I would tell my teacher, I forgot to put my name on the test, and then she would just let me go through the pile of tests. I would find mine, write my name on it, and then while I was there, also fill out some other questions I had.
James, that's actually pretty smart.
I know, aren't I great?
Well, that being said, I do want to seriously warn you guys about cheating. Like, I did these tactics all the way back in middle school and a little bit in year 9 and 10, but back then they didn't really count for much. My philosophy was that if it doesn't really matter for my future, then why not, yeah? But it's a completely different ballgame when it comes to the final few years of high school and especially university or college. Because you think getting caught in high school is bad? I mean, the worst they could do is, heavens forbid, give you a detention. But university, they outright remove you from the course or kick you out completely from the university. And I got a harsh reminder of this because one time in a biology exam, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this, but I used to have this gimmicky sort of scroll pen, Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's those kind of pens where it looks normal, but then you press on these metal tabs things and it pulls out a piece of paper with information on it. So for me, because they were handing out these pens at my university's orientation day, and look, I didn't really care about the gimmick, I just wanted free pens, so I took a handful. And this one biology exam, right? I guess there were more invigilators than normal. Oh, so invigilators are examiners that walk around to see if any of us were, cheating. So one of the invigilators stopped by my desk and was observing me for some reason. And I knew I wasn't cheating, so I kept working on the exam, trying to focus and getting the answers correct. But then she bent down, grabbed one of my spare pens, and scrolled it open. And that was enough for me to cause some internal panic, because I was yelling at myself thinking, I had not considered this possibility, and now I may be in trouble. Because I know for a fact that the pen had a periodic table, physics formulas, and just general science facts, and which in my mind was pretty similar to biology, so she could have absolutely thought I was trying to cheat.
Ha! That's what you get, Maaz. Karma.
Shut up, James, because I tried to look like I was deep in concentration with the exam as she inspected the scroll. She then raised her head, taps on the table, looks at me and says, I don't think you're allowed this. I think I was a bit too eager when I responded, oh, okay, that is fine. This is fine. Thank you. I will put this away. And I shoved the pen in my bag underneath my table. Honestly, that incident kind of scared me to the point where I never, ever considered cheating again.
Oh, good day, mate. Put some shrimp on the barbie. Well, that's it for my video. I hope you liked it, guys. It's me, Maaz, not his friend James. Make sure to check out his other social media in the description and keep an eye out for his live streams. Get it? Cause I don't have eyes? Hilarious. Although it's funny to tell these kinds of stories, I really do hope that none of you go out on a cheating spree. Teachers, if you're watching this and you find one of your students cheating, I'm sorry. All right, bye guys. Wear your seatbelt.
Okay, there we go. I'm ready to go.
I've been ready to go.
James, you're literally working on your video right now.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm drawing. I'm trying to make your video interesting.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I was waiting because you were. Oh no.
Do you want to let the professional do it?
Listen, yeah, you're the odd ones out. Go for it.
Hey everyone, we're gonna play Devils and Angels.
Thanks for the enthusiasm, James. All right. We're going to be playing Devils and Angels. And if you guys don't know about this already, we're going to have a little story that's happening, okay? I'm going to introduce a little scenario to James. And for the first round, he's the angel and I'm the devil. He's going to try to make the story go in a positive direction, whereas I'm trying to make the story go into a negative direction.
And I'm going to try and fix up his mess.
I'm going to try to ruin his not mess. And let's see how that works out. Also, about this fan art, and I'm going to zoom in and point out at my problem, right? Because with my style, I removed the eyes. The eyes is super important, right?
Yep.
James, you've got to make the eyebrows more interesting.
What are you talking about?
It's tiny. It's like, that's what I would do. Like, look at this. Look at the comparison, fans. Look at this.
Okay, well then, you know what? I'm sorry I made you crappy fan art, Maaz.
No, now everyone's gonna be like, Maaz, you're like roasting someone for their fan art? It's like, now you're gonna have to see how bad
It's okay. Just don't feel pressured that you're in my presence, okay? Just
senpai. So the scenario is this, okay? So after the tragic events of what happened in my video, Mr. McQuackles, may he rest in peace, his spirit is out of his body, right?
I got it.
What is he gonna do now? Okay, he's dead. He's been murdered.
So there's a soul of a duck.
Yeah,
wondering what's going to happen. Could we talk about playing Connect 4 at Australian VidCon? What about that video footage of us holding hands?
Alright, so James, at Australian VidCon, when he wanted to go somewhere with me, instead of saying, hey Maaz, let's go to this location, he would just grab my hand and then lead me as if I was like a dog, right?
Like, or a boyfriend, but yeah.
Love you, James. But the thing is, I would be in the middle of a conversation, and then he would just be like, hey Maaz, just grab me by the hand, drag me away. So we go, and he's like, Maaz, this is a giant Connect 4 board. We've got to play. So we start playing Connect 4, and I'm usually the kind of guy to go slowly. I think my way through, and James puts down his first piece and goes, speed run, go! And so he's smacking down his pieces, and I'm just like, oh, okay. And so I go speed running, and I lose like immediately. And I'm just like, James, best of 3. And so second round, we're also speedrunning again, but then he makes the silly mistake. So third round comes in and he's like, okay, Maaz, no more. We're going to play legit
It's
now.
because like I won one and then he won one. So
Yeah.
like this is for all the marbles.
But then like I don't know what you were thinking.
I can tell you what I was thinking.
No, but like with the first few moves, you did well. You did the typical like diagonal strategy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then,
Yeah.
and I put mine here because that's normal, like the X shape. But then James like put his here, like on top of everything, and I was like, what?
Yeah, like towards the end, I realized that I was going to lose just because you had so many places you could win and I didn't have like any. So I was trying to get a draw.
So what happened was this scene happened, right? So it's like, oh, I realized that I can win. So I grabbed my singular white piece and I just like smack it down and I just like sit back and say, I win. And James is like, Nani? And because then what happened was that he placed it here and he's like, how did I lose? And then I placed my white piece here and boom, connect 4. I stood up, put on my jacket. I was like, that's it. I'm the winner.
So I think what happened in the end was I beat you the first time and then
Yes.
you said best 2 out of 3 and then I said nope.
That's exactly it. You won.
Okay, so Mr. Quackles, he's in duck heaven and there's just some hot duck babes waiting for him.
Ooh.
So
that's okay. Yeah. There you go. I'm going to twist that. So Mr. McQuackles, right?
Uh-huh.
He's basically noticed that, man, if you're happy all the time, it's not fun anymore, right? That he realized. He's having like an existential crisis. He's like, this is not nearly as, like, I'm bored now. I'm bored. Doesn't fit in.
He's getting an existential crisis. That's how it goes wrong.
James, not only does he have an existential crisis and it goes wrong, he's just like, you know what? I don't want to be bored anymore. I want to have fun. I hate heaven. Heaven is lame.
Heaven.
And he's like, you know what? I'm done with this. He's like supersonic speed getting out of there.
So-
He's like, I'm done.
He breaks out of heaven.
He breaks out of heaven voluntarily, and he's like flying to Earth. He's like, "That's it, I'm done." And the two duck babes are like, "Come back to me,
come back, my love." Those are their legs. Wait, is this a bad thing or a good thing that he escaped heaven?
Well, escaping heaven by any definition is a bad thing. He's just getting out of there.
Okay.
And you know what? You can never come back. All right. He's never coming back to heaven.
He got kicked out of.
He got kicked out of heaven. Right. That's it. He's not going to hell. He's just going back to Earth. He's like resurrected, basically. I don't want to. I'm hesitant to reveal this, but I hadn't read Harry Potter when I was a child.
Okay, same.
And I hadn't watched all the movies.
Maaz! Yeah, not reading the books, that's fine, but not seeing the movies?
Listen, what was that reaction?
That was an overreaction.
No, it's very true, because that's exactly what people did in real life. When I was growing up, I was like, man, if only there were books about magic and schools and stuff. And then my friend's like, what about Harry Potter? I'm like, what are you, lame? God, shut up, right? So
it's mainstream. Here's something that I am a little hesitant to admit, but like every time I read the book, I just feel the exact same reading it. I don't know, I don't ever get enjoyment out of reading a book. So I just was like, okay, if I'm going to read a book, let's make it count.
Would you consider audiobooks?
Oh, see, I've wanted to talk about audiobooks in a video, but I'm afraid of people thinking I'm sponsored by Audible.
Oh.
Freaking audiobooks are like the greatest thing to ever exist, all right?
Oh, dang. Okay.
I like in school, I would never read any of the books. I would just do audiobooks, and it felt like I was cheating. It felt like I wasn't actually reading, because I was like, why are people reading the books when they could just listen to audiobooks?
I'm the opposite of you. I get like intense enjoyment in reading books and stuff, right? Like there's like a Harry Potter reading, like there's one scene which made me like literally cry. Don't laugh at me.
What part was it?
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but
it was the first Quidditch match.
It was the Quidditch match.
Okay, so Mr. Quackers, I gave him a color palette. He just escaped heaven, right? That's the duck heaven in the sky.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it explodes.
Oh no!
It explodes.
Oh god!
And so then Mr. McQuackers looks at the camera. And he goes, wow, glad I'm not there.
So he just like survives the entire assassination plot, basically.
Yeah.
So for me, I was actually not against audiobooks, but I didn't see the need for them. I was like the opposite of you. I was just like, why do we even have audiobooks, you know?
I've learned that we are very different people, Maaz.
And opposites attract, James. That's why I love you. So what's happening now, okay? So Duck Heaven blew up, but, he didn't wish bad on them, right? He didn't. Like, he liked them, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And so seeing Duck Heaven blow up, he's just like, oh, dang, I lost my friends. I lost my family. But then he's just like, I don't care. I made a decision to come here. I'm going to do whatever I want. You know what? Ducks? I hate ducks, right? He was bored of the duck girls. You know, he's like, you know what? I want human girls. I want humans. I want humans, right? And so this little lady who was like feeding the little duckies around, he's like, frick, there's a human girl. This is what I want. And he's just like, the duck goes into the girl and he's just like, hey girl, how's it going?
He's getting real close.
Yeah. He's just like, so basically what he's done is that he is an entourage of human girl, right? Like he's become like a pimp. He's like a pimp.
He's a duck pimp.
He's a duck pimp, okay? He's running human pimps out of business. The human pimps are like, yo,
this duck, man.
This duck is going crazy, man. They'll go like the gold chains and everything. He's like, what? What is this guy doing? He's like, this guy, he's just pointing at him. He's just like, this guy stole all our business, He's like, what are you doing? But Duck Pimp doesn't give a crap. He doesn't care, right? He doesn't care. Look at his gold. Look at his chains.
Is this a good or bad thing to this story?
Listen, it's a bad thing because he's running everyone out of business, right?
You kind of lost track of who was good and was bad.
Mr. McQuackle, he has an entourage of ladies. This one's her favorite. Let's name her Vanessa. Vanessa is her favorite. The reason he can talk is because he got resurrected, so he can talk now. He's like, hey, what's up?
He can talk, yeah.
He can talk.
I didn't think he needed to talk. He's just that much of a pimp.
Oh, you're right. He just goes, quack. And everyone's like, yes, quack. I'm ready to go.
Quack. What was the girl's name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa got diagnosed with cancer.
Oh gosh, okay.
And that's, it's brain cancer.
Oh, okay.
I gave Vanessa cancer.
Wow, James, you gave Vanessa cancer.
Yeah, and actually, okay, wait, no, I want to change something.
Okay.
He's a good pimp, right? He like loves his hoes.
Yeah, he loves them. This is why like Vanessa is like being such cared for. No.
Is it a period and then a question?
Yeah, no, this is perfect. That's okay. Exactly what it is. Oh.
Okay, I just want to like talk about the duck.
This?
Is he pulling the plug?
No. No. Oh gosh, you're right. It looks like that. James, when you eat cereal, what do you do?
I already know what you're gonna say. I've already yelled at you for this.
Yes. But
what I do when I pour cereal is I get a bowl, get a spoon, get my cereal, and then I pour the cereal in the bowl. And I pour the milk, and then I eat the cereal, and that's it.
All right, so I'm gonna explain to you what I do. So you take the bowl, and then you put milk first. Okay.
Oh, gross.
I can hear the yells of children already, right?
Milk first.
But then, listen, if you grab milk out of your fridge, the milk is too cold. So what you do...
There's no such thing as too cold milk, unless it's frozen solid.
No, it's just like, it hurts your teeth. It's too cold, right? Okay. So what you do is you put it in the microwave for 15 seconds. And then it's like the right level of heat.
You get lukewarm milk.
Beautiful.
In your freaking cereal.
Beautiful milk in my cereal.
You're disgusting, Maaz. You're a disgrace.
How dare you, okay?
You know the phrase, don't knock it until you try it? I don't need to try it, Maaz, because I know it's going to be disgusting. Wait, what are you drawing?
Okay, so what's happening? Okay, what's happening is basically, this scene initially looks really sad. It's Vanessa going like, it's Vanessa's like, okay. Yeah. And, McQuackle's like, okay. But what you don't see is it's what they're saying okay to. So the conversation before this was like, I want you to be the number one pimp in the world. And the only competition, because human pimps, they're already lost, right? Yeah. The biggest competition is other ducks, okay? Oh. So I want you to do one thing. Ban ducks.
Wait, where would the ducks go? They can't go to heaven.
Exactly, duck heaven's gone, right? No place for the ducks. So the Vanessa's like, I want you to get rid of the ducks, and then like McQuackles like quack. Because he still can't talk, right? This shouldn't be okay. This should be quack, okay?
Quack. You're right. I was my bad.
But then, so Mr. McQuackles, he goes to court. He's just like, quack. Then, every instance of the word and anything that involves duck, banned. Remember Duck, Duck, Goose? No more. It's just Goose, okay? Donald Duck? No more Donald Duck. Daffy Duck? More like out of luck. Get out of here, right? Rubber duckies? You want rubber duckies? Get out of here, okay? Ugly duckling. More like you're just ugly, okay? Just none of that. So all that's left is just Mr. McQuackles.
What happened to Vanessa's cancer and what happened to Duck Heaven?
Listen, Vanessa had brain cancer, and Mr. McQuackles, in the end, he's got more. He's got it's just like explosion in the background. Like he's the cool guy, start looking explosion. That's it. Okay, Mr. McQuackles doesn't care about any of that. Duck Heaven, boom. Okay, everything is gone.
He went back in time and blew it up.
Yeah, exactly. It turns out that he was the one who blew it up in the first place. Okay, Mr. McQuackles, man, the master pimp.
What did we learn?
James, this is the moral of the story. Strive for greatness. That's the moral of the story.
Have fun with that, kids. Have fun sleeping on that.
I can imagine them going like, yeah, I want a really wholesome story. And it ends with just Mr. McQuackles. All right, that's it.
Only Mr. McQuackles. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. All right, peace. Wear your seatbelt.
And stay aMAAZing. Heyo, I'm Editor Maaz, the one that's currently editing this at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, I didn't realize this, but James cut his recording right before my big plot twist, because I try to incorporate some of the big plot points of B movie. If you go back and rewatch it with this new information, I think you'll be pretty surprised with how much I could fit in. Let me know in the comments how many references you catch. Alright, laters.
No, we have to end it with my thing. Wear your seatbelt.
Hey, Maaz, what? Wait, that was a bad one. Wait, Maaz, where'd you get the knife? That's not a knife. Now this is a knife.
Okay, boy, I'm gonna start recording some lines for you.
Yeah, boy, alright, let's get this going. Yo, Adam, are you ready to record?
Alright, I have to get Australian, that's what I gotta do.
What? No, you don't.
Okay, here it is. I got a boomerang, I got a kangaroo, I got one of those Savannah hats, and I got a desert. I'm sorry, Maaz.
That was an Australian accent.
Okay. Yeah. Hi, Maaz.
Hey, PJ.
I'm gonna just try to bang these out. We're gonna get it out of the way.
Wait, you're gonna do what? All right. The line is, Maaz, why do you do it?
Maaz, why'd you do it? No, wait, that was bad. Oh, God.
What the fuck? What was that?
Dude, when they managed to work together, like, oh my God.
All right, Toto, could you just keep that in a diva contained, please? Thank you.
Maaz, why'd you do this?
Great, we got it.
No, wait. I want to try those again.
Oh, okay.
Hold up, one more time.
Yeah, sure, mate. Go for it.
Maaz, why'd you do this?
Oh, wait, no, using the accent again.
Why'd you do this?
I want to die.
We're gonna do this, me and you.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get hyped.
Let's get hyped.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Let's go.
Wait, no, that's not what I signed up for. Wait, can somebody unsubscribe me from this mailing list?
Maz's assignments were due last week. Do you have any idea when he'll be able to hand it to me?
What is hand?
Hand. That was more like less stereotypical. Hold up.
No, that wasn't anything, Adam. What is hand?
Do you have any idea when he'll be able to hand it to me? Hand it to me. Hand. Do you have any idea when he'll be able to hand it to me?
All right, PJ, could you make a vomiting sound for me?
Oh my God. Okay, so how do I emulate that? I'm just gonna be doing a bunch of bleh into the microphone.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Let me get in there, nice and steady for you, Maaz. Just like listen to that sweet.
Wait, no, that's not what I want at all. Wait, hold on, no.
ASMR throw up sounds. Part 1. This is the first video.
Oh no.
I'm just.
Oh, why are you doing this? Oh, why are you doing this to me? Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Adam, control your burps.
It's so weird.
This is weirder for me. I have to edit this.
Yeah, Maaz, this was, can't wait for this video to come out, you know. Glad that you got sponsored by Crunchyroll, man. That's like, that's my, you know, one of my dream sponsors, but congrats, dude. Congrats.
Well, after everything that I've experienced today, that was the most wholesome thing ever. Thank you so much, Turtle.
Last year for your assignment, I changed it to last year because I feel like a year ago and that accent is a little weird.
Okay.
I mean, not that your accent is weird or anything, but you don't sound like a stereotypical, so it's different for you. Well, Maaz, I hope you enjoyed this segment. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Smash that like button with a lot of likes. And I will see you in the next time we collab. All right, peace out. Love you.
There's a cabinet above the kitchen stove that was expressly forbidden for me to open. I'm allowed to glance at it, sure, but try to reach out to open it? A fool's errand. What lay inside, you ask? Dishes that were reserved only for guests. What? But Dad, there aren't any other dishes left.
No, beta. We have to keep them for guests. Just in case.
Just in case? Dad, we haven't used them in years. If we're gonna save them up for guests, we need to invite them? Please, I just want one cup, please. Just a single cup. I apologize for my transgressions. Growing up in a Desi household isn't for the weak, but I loved every second of it. I've sprinkled in tidbits about my cultural upbringing in the last few videos, but I realized that aside from my experiences with casual racism and hating my culture and, you know, the usual stuff, I haven't really talked about the positive experiences of growing up with my Pakistani culture in a Western country. So I have a pretty small immediate family. I had my parents and my two younger brothers, one who's 1 year younger and another who's 10 years younger. That's right. My family has exponential age differences between our siblings. Wait until you hear about the 100-year younger brother. My parents are both the first doctors in their respective families. They trained in Pakistan, harvested my brother and I from the ground, or at least that's what they told me, and for complex personal reasons, they decided to move to many different countries, dragging us boys along. With how busy my parents were with their early jobs and traveling, I don't remember spending too much time with them in my very early childhood. A lot of my memories are either with Okasa, who was this older Japanese nanny who lived next door who absolutely adored me, or it was with my very extended family who took turns taking care of me. The Maaz Pakistani extended family is absolutely huge, and yes, you should take that as a threat. 10% of my subscribers are blood relatives. My mum is one of 7 siblings, and my dad is one of 13. And each of the uncles and aunties have like 5 children each, so the actual number of family members ballooned out super fast. Man, the Desi urge to harvest children goes crazy. I distinctly remember how much fun it was growing up with so many cousins. Specifically, wedding events and parties were absolutely insane. There's this tradition that we have of everybody staying in one house, like Shadi Ka Ghar, in the days leading up to the wedding. Despite there being like 100 plus cousins, we weren't no quitters, and so we clown card ourselves into the house as much as possible, playing games, sharing stories, and it was just exactly as chaotic as you're imagining.
Arey, bring out the guest dishes, just in case.
Oh no, not you too. I just want 1 cup. The main downside of visiting our extended family in Pakistan, though, was the food poisoning. Trust me when I say, like genuinely trust me when I say the food is so good, bro. But the thing is, some of the best food available is street cuisine. So I would get some snacks, some chane, you know, some fruit from the market. And then every single time, it would destroy me. Because it wasn't even a matter of if we would get food poisoning, it was a matter of when. All of my immediate family got it every single time. And having just gone back there recently, I can confirm this is still true. The only other thing that's scary to me, especially being a doctor that's the son of 2 other doctors, was that unfortunately, almost all of my aunts and uncles have some sort of diabetes or heart problems, which means that I'm at high risk of those just for being born with my genetics. I guess when you're this gifted, you gotta get brought down somehow. I diagnose you with type 2 diabetes. Oh man. Here's your prescription. And you got another letter. Again? So here's a funny tangent story. So I, type A Dr. Man, am always neurotic with my emails. Even if I get a single unread email, I must get rid of it. But name, my wife, she has over 30,000 unread emails. I don't even know how to do that. It actually takes way more effort to get that many emails. And so imagine my genuine relief when I found CleanFox, who then reached out to sponsor this video. CleanFox is an extremely reputable, extremely popular email and spam cleaner that's available worldwide in 30 different countries with over 10 million active users. Oh, and the best part? CleanFox has an animal on their logo. Oh, and it's 100% free. You can clean your inbox on iOS, Android, and desktop through cleanfox.io for those who prefer the computer, like me. It's such a fun and intuitive interface where you swipe left or right to get rid of the digital clutter, just like a dating app. Not that I would know what that is. Wait, Name, what are you doing here? No, I'm just reading your emails, I promise! The way CleanFox works is by connecting to your inbox, scanning them to find newsletters, spam, group emails, and then bulk actioning them to delete and unsubscribe, just unsubscribe, or keep. All by swiping. This is what it was before, and this is how it is after, in like 10 minutes. Finally! Thank you again to CleanFox for sponsoring this video and saving my marriage. Our emails. If you're in the need to stay productive, make sure to click on the link in the description or pinned comment below to give CleanFox a try. Now, where were we? Okay, that's right. Spending time with my extended family. The sad thing is, I used to visit my family yearly before COVID happened, and for obvious reasons, I couldn't keep up with that tradition after the fact. I absolutely adore my cousins, they're all super personable in their own way, and seeing my parents get absolutely roasted by my uncles and aunts would be so funny to me. Like, they were unlocking parts of them that I hadn't even heard about before. It was also them that kept me in touch with my Pakistani culture, the etiquette, and most importantly, my mother tongue of Urdu. My parents always spoke Urdu to each other and to us when growing up, so I've always been able to understand it just fine. But when it came to learning Arabic for reading the Holy Scripture, or Japanese for when I lived in Japan, or English is now my fourth but dominant language, yeah, Urdu fell by the wayside. I did try to use it as much as possible around the house, but despite my best efforts, I always sounded like the memes of the American-born confused desis, or I guess in my case, the Australian-born confused desis. Like, mujhe very cold ho rahi hai. My toxic trait though is that I always think that I'm better than I am, until I got absolutely humbled this one time when I was in an Uber and it was a Pakistani uncle who was driving. Oh, actually, before we continue, an important tidbit of cultural context, we call any older men or women in the community uncle and auntie as a sign of respect. Not that they're related to us, I have no relation to this Uber driver. Maaz is a pretty common Pakistani name, so he immediately switches to Urdu to talk to me. As we continue this conversation, I think I'm doing a really good job, we're having a good vibe. But then my guy switches back to English because my Urdu must have been that bad. I want to die. That's like my 15th reason. My parents did try to teach me all this, even to a point where I lived natively in Pakistan for a year or two, which definitely did plant the seeds for speaking Urdu and keeping in touch with my culture, even when we were living in New Zealand and Australia. Despite my family being busy with their work, they always made it a point to spend family time together and ensure that we kept our traditions alive. Like, for example, Ludo. This is a classic game in Pakistan, and it goes by different names all around the world, like Pachisi, Uckers, Fia, Parchis, and so on and so forth. This is a game about going around the board and slaying your foes, aka your family members, along the way. And my family have been absolutely decimating each other in it for about a decade now. And as with any good game, we've got a ton of house rules to keep things spicy, like stacking dice rolls or having 2 dice to allow for greater flexibility in movement and, well, in-game murder. True to my taking games too seriously mindset, I had manually calculated the probability of landing each numerical value possible and had it pinned on my phone whenever I played Ludo, and yet I would still lose. I genuinely loved playing Ludo with my family. We still do play it to this day, and it's one of the best bonding experiences I've had throughout my childhood. And the amount of times that this game nearly broke our family apart is innumerable. Great game, highly recommend it. In between my mum and dad's busy shifts were functions or dawats, which to simplify things is a gathering of our local Pakistani community for a social dinner. These dawats happen relatively frequently, and I suspect it was my parents' way of recuperating after work, which is why they insisted on having guest dishes in our kitchen just in case. What do you mean, just in case? Do you think 20 people are gonna show up without any notice? Come on, Dad! I'm gonna be so honest, when I was growing up, these events were super boring to me. At first, mum and dad usually went to their respective circles of uncles and aunties, and I was left to just bide my time and fester about having to go to these events. Then I realized the other kids were just as nerdy as me, so we spent the entire time playing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, chasing each other in the underground, and setting up our own bases. Actually goated game and goated experience. Another highlight of these events were the food. Bro, I'm telling you, basic cuisine already hits like nothing else. But then you get these multiple buffet-style davits that almost always had amazing food. Mwah! Wajiwa. Beautiful. The food tasted so good, almost certainly because of the amount of oil added on. Come on, let's not even lie about that. Oh, I'm definitely gonna get heart disease, aren't I? Now, if you've grown up as a desi person in any country, you know I have to bring up cricket. This damn sport was everywhere when I was growing up. My family in Pakistan played it. Out. The functions all talked about it. Out. Heck, even my brother played it. Out! I personally wasn't as invested as the others were. Like, I used to watch some of the international matches, maybe the D20s, and know some players here and there. More so a conversation starter for me more than anything else. Unless the match was between Pakistan and India. There is literally a Wikipedia article about this because of how deep this runs. I'm convinced that all Pakistani and Indian people are sleeper agents for specifically this matchup. For those who aren't in the know, and for those who haven't read the Wikipedia page, these two teams have a fierce rivalry that spans decades, which culminates in an anime-level match between them every single time it happens. And for whatever reason, it activates the patriotic neurons for Pakistani and Indian people whenever it happens. Like, my dad doesn't care that much about cricket. He's a casual watcher like me in that way. He says he doesn't have the energy to watch it after work, it's not even that interesting, and Papa, it's Pakistan versus India. All I have ever dreamt about is cricket. My life is cricket. I love cricket so much. I will defend Pakistan. Grape. Despite the meme though, I love the adrenaline and hype that would get into the community whenever it was happening. I liked being part of the overall atmosphere, cheering along with everybody. Or booing, come on, let's be so for real, it's the Pakistani cricket team. With that being said though, watching them play was not good for me and my blood pressure. You think I'm being very funny, like, oh, that's a gag. No, it genuinely got so heated at times that older uncles in the community refused to watch Pakistan versus India because it was bad for their heart disease, which is terrifying for my future. After years of growing up with my immediate family, extended family, and local community, fast forward to when it was finally time for me to head off to medical school. I was the eldest boy, and this was all brand new for my parents, so my dad opted to come with me to help unpack. And although it sounds terrible, I viscerally remember how annoyed I was at the time. Me moving out was finally the opportunity that I had to be independent, to learn about my own identity, about who I was as a person, to settle the conflicting Pakistani and Western debate that had been going on in my head. I just wanted to get away from all this pressure and suffocating environment, and my dad, he was still there. I just had one more night, one more night, and then he'll fly out, and then I'll be free. And it was at that moment, as we're laying in bed, on the last night before flying back, that my father started to share a story with me. Maaz, for as long as I can remember, I've been working for my family. First we moved to Japan, spent uncountable hours to get our PhDs, but still weren't able to get a decent opportunity there. Then we moved over to New Zealand, but because of issues with our qualifications, we had to start over from scratch. Australia provided more opportunities, but we still had to scrape by for rent and income. I even had to live away from my own family to make ends meet, to keep our family afloat. I'm not ashamed to have given up this much for my family, but my biggest regret is that by the time that I was finally done, you were already 18 and about to move out. I didn't get enough time with my eldest son, and now that you're leaving, I'll never get this time again. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there for you as much as I wanted as a father. I love you so much. And that's when I saw my dad cry for one of the very few times in my entire life. I just started bawling my eyes out, just awash with guilt. And oddly, I think closure? He was speaking about something I had noticed in the back of my head, which I hadn't managed to unpack and address. But despite that, here was my dad taking that first step, allowing us to share a father-son moment right before he left. My dad flew the very next day, but that moment completely recontextualized everything for me. I grew up with my own perspective, but when I look back and reflect on it, I don't think I could ever do what my parents did. Starting over in a brand new country where you don't even know the language and trying to find work that's enough to sustain your young family? Are you kidding me? And it's not just about establishing a monetary foundation for the family, is it? They had to leave their own parents, brothers, sisters, and their village behind to work tirelessly, all to provide their children with the opportunity that they so desperately wished they and their family had. And I think my parents made that sacrifice knowing that yes, it would take time away from their own children, but with the faith that it would be worth it in the long run. I cherish the childhood that I've had, and I'm grateful for the struggles that my mum and dad went through to be able to afford us these opportunities in a brand new country. I love you so much, Mum and Dad. And eventually, when I get my own place to decorate and to start my own family, I'll be sure to have a set of guest dishes and plates ready for whenever they come around, just in case.
Hi, my name is Maaz, and before we start, I just want to let you know that this is a continuation from this video about how I got friend-zoned. Please watch that story first so that you're all caught up for this next saga. Now, without further ado...
Maaz, I'm breaking up with you.
James, no!
Just a dream. Just a dream.
What's wrong? You okay, babe?
Alright, so here's a quick recap. Cherry, this beautiful brown queen, asked me, the loser friend-zoned Maaz, to watch a movie with her. Alone. Now, I don't know what kind of Dwayne Johnson that I was living under, but at the time, I thought that she was trying to, you know, make the moves, or secretly confess to a hunk like me, and... No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't! Daddy. It's crazy because there I was, you know, trying to decipher her words like it was some ancient hieroglyphics, when she was actually just like,
wow, I can't wait to see Twilight New Moon with my best buddy old pal Maaz.
Twilight. She wanted to watch frickin' Twilight, and I thought it was a genuine show of her love for me. And don't get your hopes up about what happened. There's no spice, there's no baseball, there's no tea, sis. Oh, brother, this guy stinks! After this, everything was more or less the same level of one-sided crush until we reached grade 10. In a previous video, I mentioned that nothing happened during visual arts. And, well, that's not exactly true, because I actually shared my art class with her. And it was around this time that my feelings for Cherry peaked. So I was like trying to spend as much time with her as possible. During classes, at lunch, before school, following her home, watching her sleep, you know, the usual stuff. Come on, dude! And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. After 3 years of middle school, Cherry was finally ready to get in a relationship. And in my head, since she'd been with the other boys, who else was left other than the Brown Prince? I mean, what could go wrong?
I've had a lot of good times with all of you guys, and it's been really difficult for me to decide who to give this to, but I think I've made up my mind. I want to give this final rose to...
Oh, no, Cherry, it's okay. I'd like to gracefully accept the final rose and...
J-Dog.
All right. I thought it was my turn. I mean, look, she did go from one good-looking white dude to another muscular good-looking white dude, sure. But like, why mess with vanilla when you've got chocolate right here? Isn't that right?
Kill yourself.
Okay, now the biggest difference between this relationship with J-Dog and the others was that she was falling hard. So much so that she began to alienate all of her other friends in order to spend as much time with him. And boy did young Maaz not take that well. And I legitimately confronted her about this, which led to our little fight. I couldn't believe that she was not only ditching all of her friends behind, but also spending all of her time with him, thinking about him in class, drawing little cutesy love notes and stuff. Like, come on, Cherry. Only I can do that. It's against the law. But she wasn't having any of it. Cherry said that she could spend her time however she wanted. And if she wanted to hang out with J-Dog and not me, then that's that. And oh man, I was so not okay with that. Gosh, I actually remember how, because I was like so freaking annoyed by her doing this, that whenever I passed by her at lunch, I used to sing the song Somebody That I Used to Know by God. You didn't have to call me. Like, I didn't sing it out loud. I didn't just belt it out. I just kind of whispered it. I can't believe I did that. That's like the next level beta, bro. I was next level beta. Like, we have an alpha male, we have a beta male, and then you have an omega male. Okay, that was me. And guys, this thing went on for 6 months. I was whispering this song for 6 months. Wait, what was he saying? Wait, who was that?
I don't know, probably some loser.
Why? Oh, all right. Okay, let me be serious for a sec. As much as I'm memeing about how desperate and how much of an omega male I was, I think it's important to recognize that most of us in this situation aren't inherently bad people. I'm sure that those in Cherry's position who have affection thrown at them don't just shut them down like, I will string you along to suck away your emotions. No, of course not. They just want everything to kind of stay the same, you know? And similarly, majority of people in my shoes don't actually despise them for friend zoning. We're just a little lonely, you know? So at the end of the day, I always had Cherry's back, even if we weren't on the best of terms at that specific moment. So when Cherry and J-Dog broke up in a horrible way, I knew that she was genuinely heartbroken. And when I saw that, all of my middle school anger, the stupid logic, and the petty feelings disappeared. I had to help my friend. I tried to cheer her up as much as possible, and eventually, as time tends to do, she got better. We started talking more, and sure enough, we built up our friendship again. And you know what I noticed? That I was completely and utterly okay with being friends. The friend zone that I had created for myself was finally over, because, well, this may actually sound real sad, but I'd finally accepted that a relationship between us just wasn't going to happen. Wow, that really was kind of sad to say. I'm really not helping out my omega male image, am I? But I'd also be lying if I said that I wasn't at least a little bit curious about what happened. I mean, look at me. How could she not fall for this? And with me finally being at peace, I had this weird level of confidence, so I kind of just low-key asked her about why she dated the guys in our squad specifically.
Oh, that's easy. It's because I'm really into white dudes.
Oh. But I'm literally as white as you can be. It all made sense now. I was being duped all along. I had somehow deluded myself into thinking that she was going in turns within the squad, dating the boys, when it was actually just her dating good-looking white men. Excuse me for a moment. Michael Jackson, please teach me your ways. You know what? I'm actually sort of glad that I'm feeling like this. Okay, sure, I was devastated when Cherry said that she was into white boys, but I think I'd already moved on by then. She didn't owe me anything, and I definitely should have been a good friend to her without the ulterior motive to date her. It's actually crazy because I called her up after 5 years to ask for permission to make the story. But during the call, I said something along the lines of, hey, you know how I really liked you during middle school?
Wait, you were into me in middle school?
What?
So apparently, I somehow hid my feelings for Cherry so well that she didn't even know that I was into her. What? Please. Please kill me. Alright, but seriously, I am so freaking glad that nothing happened back then, because whilst my hormones were chanting, "Ah, slay her," my logical side was like, "Be gone, thought." I also had no follow-up plan after my confession. Like, okay, if during the movie night she would have turned, wrapped her arms around me, looked me dead in the eyes and said,
"Oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. I love you."
I would have been like,
Wait, what?
"Oh wow, what is that?" Silence, mortal. The enormous eggplant energy courses through me. I have now leveled up to beta male. No, of course not. That's not how it would have happened. I would have been like, okay. You want to play Minecraft? I would have been a terrible boyfriend. Cherry, you totally dodged the bullet there. And to think that I actually cared so much about this. Nowadays, it's just a good memory, and we were both able to have a good laugh about it over the phone. I wish I could go back in time just to meet middle school Maaz and be like, "Hey, stop being such a terrible human being and just confess, you freaking idiot." And oh, respect women! Please do not assault children. Frick! Seriously though, if you are in a similar situation to me in school, first and foremost, try to think of it from the other person's point of view. And secondly, I think confession is just so much easier to deal with. If you confess and they accept your feelings, then great. And if they don't, then you can just move on, focus on other things, and save a bunch of time. Unlike me, who spent like 3 years moping around trying to bleach my skin. Make the most of everything, Martians. Life is way too short to be hung up on whether your crush will like you back or not. I hope that you guys can glean something from my own experiences and develop the courage to confess. It'll be hard, yeah, but it should be worth it. Good luck. Cherry is genuinely one of the sweetest people I'd ever met, and even after everything that happened, I still remember her incredibly fondly. And I'm gonna send this video to her, so hey Cherry, love you! Platonically. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment this for a shout out in the community tab. Thanks to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting me. I appreciate ya, and I want to remind you guys that I've got merch over at Crowdmade. Alright, laters everybody, and stay aMAAZing.